Welcome, everyone, to the town of Shenee, Wisconsin. It's a smaller town, but definitely rural. It has a wide, huge blue sky with honey, wheat fields full of corn. Wheat has all sorts of different farm crops, mostly ones that grow tall and are pretty well in demand right now in the country. Not that you guys would know, because there's very little to zero contact with the rest of the world. You guys are kids in a small town. You don't care about the city, except for you dream about going. Maybe you dream about escaping the town. And you don't want to stay here when you get older. Maybe you just want to settle down in the town. I don't know. I don't know what your dreams are. The mostly fields. There's a lot of trees, a lot of dense sort of pockets of trees with mostly evergreens, but there are some more interesting colorful trees in the fall that add a little bit of scarlet and orange flair. The roads out near not into the rural area are mostly dirt, but the varies in the town, definitely a town, not even a city. They're paved, but very broken up. Very wide, big streets. Very much old town, older architecture. But it's still surviving. It's pretty much a self-sufficient rural town. So let's get into introduction really fast with all the characters. We've got. Let's start with top of the order. Let's go with Casper O'Donnell.
Yeah.
So we know your name. Give us just a brief little. Let's go through your stats really fast. What have you chosen for your charm?
Specifically my charm stat.
Yeah, I'm gonna write him in right now.
Oh, okay, it's a -1.
-1. All right. Ooh, all right.
I can just run down the line if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Charm -1, cool +2, sharp +1, tough +2, weird -1.
All right, tough +2. What was sharp again?
Sharp is +1.
All right, so charm -1, cool +2, sharp +1, tough +2, weird -1.
Yeah, I believe so. I just chose
cool.
One of the preset kind of configurations. I think that's what I was supposed to do.
Sounds good. And then for your moves, which move did you go with?
Well, there's 2 moves that every chosen gets. Do you want me to go over those as well?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
sure. So the chosen is a special class because they have a specific fate that is in store for you, and so a lot of their moves and abilities kind of tailor around their fate and what they are destined to achieve, or the repercussions that might take place should they fail. So the first move that every chosen starts with is Destiny's Plaything. At the beginning of each mystery, roll +weird to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10+, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On a 7 to 9, you get a vague hint about it. On a miss, something bad is going to happen to you. So basically the chosen sort of gets visions at the beginning of each adventure, which is pretty cool. And then the second move that every chosen starts with is I'm here for a reason, which this one is, I think, is super cool. There's something you're destined to do, and the details of that are worked out based on your fate. So you can't die until it comes to pass. If you die in play, then you are required to spend a luck point, and that luck point will allow you to somehow recover and come back to life. Once your task is done, once your task is done or all your luck is spent, then all bets are off. You can die, and if you die at that point, then I guess your fate has failed. You failed to fulfill your destiny, and I assume that's would have some pretty bad repercussions. The keeper kind of controls the details of those moves. It's not super interactive for the chosen, but it's 2 that you're kind of like tied into as part of your class. And then the extra one that I chose, it's really straightforward. I chose Invincible. You always count as having 2 armor.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah, so any damage I take is reduced by 2. but it doesn't stack with any other forms of protection. So like wearing like a heavy jacket or like chainmail or anything like that, it would not like stack with invincible. So it means that there's really no reason for me to wear armor unless I found something really good.
Some ancient mystical artifact.
Yeah. So
Let's
those
go.
are
Yeah, go
those
into your
those are the
special
moves.
weapon.
What?
Yeah, go into your special weapon.
Okay. So for my special weapon, uh, I I designed. Well, do you want me to like go into the details of it now, or wait until like
Uh,
later to kind of go into it?
just give like a cursory overview, and then you can get into the dramatic stuff a little bit later.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, there is drama in this weapon. I love it.
Yeah. So, basically, what the chosen gets to do is to design a custom weapon, and from like a series of options. And what I designed was basically a pair of knuckle dusters, brass knuckles that Casper keeps around.
Sweet, love
Yeah,
it.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet, and they're made out of steel. I think you said.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Magic steel.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did choose
so
the magic tag, so that'll have some implications against like incorporeal or spiritual or ethereal enemies that normally can't be hit by like physical attacks. Magic weapons can hurt them, so that'll come in handy, I'm sure.
oh for sure. So how did you find out about your fate? Because how did you find out you were chosen? You're just kind of growing up. You're this kid in this town, like farming town that has some industry. There's a big corporation in town, but other than that, it's just small mom and pop shops and farms. How did you find out that you were chosen?
So Casper found out he was chosen after he started receiving visions and nightmares in the night, and they were terrifying and not something he was prepared for in any way. But he has sort of come to grips with the fact that there's really nothing he can do about it. He's sort of chosen whether he likes it or not, and there's really no way out of it. But at the same time, even though he gets these visions, which the more he tries to ignore them, the more persistent they become, he doesn't really know how to go forward with it. Like, he's not super confident. He hasn't really embraced his destiny as much as he's resigned to it, but he's not really super sure how to go forward. And as to what exactly his destiny is, I have no idea.
I have a very good idea, and I'm
Yeah.
super excited.
So we'll all get to find that one out.
Right. And moving into that destiny, what did you pick out? Because you have your fate, and you get to decide sort of the general direction of your fate, both the heroic and the doom.
Mm-hmm.
But and I get to play with that. So what? Let's share with the rest of the crew. What fate you picked?
Yeah. So the kind of theme I went with his fate is conflicting paths. So he has a chance to. So either things are going to go really well if he manages to figure out what he needs to do and does it well, or things are going to go really bad. So that's kind of the idea of the heroic side, kind of fighting against the doom. So for heroic, he picked secret training. Or I chose secret training because I think that sounds really cool. And you can save the world. So stakes are high. And then on the doom side, no normal life, which is really hard for someone like Casper, who's very much kind of a wallflower kind of kid, keeps to himself, just sort of wants to blend in and kind of live his life on the edges of the crowd. So not being able to be normal is something that he is kind of afraid will always be out of reach for him. Is that hope for a normal life? And then the other doom is the end of days. So he'll have the opportunity to save the world, or be its doom, which I think is cool. Again, I don't know exactly what that's gonna entail, but neither does Casper, so that works well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so then with that, we get to the last part. It's not on your sheet, but just a little bit of creative flavor. Just tell us, because are you a high schooler or a middle schooler?
I believe he's 15, so
Okay.
high
Freshly going to
high school, probably like a
freshman.
oh geez, well, I was a junior. Um,
Listen.
so,
This okay, smarty pants.
yeah, but yeah, he's in high school. Call him like a sophomore. We'll split the difference.
Okay, sophomore.
Yeah, so like he's
Okay.
not like totally shell shocked by his environment anymore, but at the same time he doesn't have much like confidence. He's kind of in that kind of forgotten middle ground.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Um, and then what? Because here's the thing. You guys are gonna need to get around town somehow because we have a whole town. There's farm country, there's a lot of land. So I asked you guys to think about what sort of non-car transportation he rides, specific, and what does he drive?
I don't know if any of you who were at Cedarville remember seeing a small Asian girl riding around campus on a motorized scooter, but that's what Casper has.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Shaman and her little motorized scooter that's like as big as her.
Shaman was in my speech class. We were in the same group.
Shaman was adorable.
She was. She also didn't write her final speech. I had to write it for her.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
But so he rides on a motorized, like an electric scooter kind of deal.
That's great.
Because he's certainly not cool enough to have like a motorcycle. But also, riding something that doesn't have an engine would get really old really quick. Although I will say, as a chosen, he kind of has height and physical abilities, which can be very deceiving. But it's deceiving, right? It's because like he can like run really far. He can like withstand a lot of damage, especially with his invincible perk. But he's also like a small kind of shrimpy little kid, and so I don't know. Maybe he thinks that people would start to get suspicious if they see him like constantly like flexing his abilities. Feel like things don't add up here. So I think he's trying to kind of. It's part of his like attempt to blend in. It's kind of like it's part of him trying to conceal what he can really do.
Gotcha. Cool. Love it. Love that. All right, so now we're gonna pause right here, and we're gonna move on to the next character. Keep in mind, guys, this is like might be easy to zone off. Just this is like some way to get a good feel on the other characters. That would be really helpful as we start the game. You can because after we do all the introductions, we're gonna need to figure out relationships and how you relate to these characters. So it'll be really helpful to sort of know, how would my character interact with their character?
Is that kind of like what we're gonna be doing today? Like that's the extent of it.
Hopefully we're getting some gameplay as well.
Cool.
But yes, I'm gonna try to buzz through this. So Jack, I have you next to my lineup. Let's get you going. What is your charm, cool, sharp, tough, weird?
Okay, so my charm is -1.
Nice.
My cool is 1. Sharp is 0. My tough is 1, and my weird is 2.
Love it. Okay. And luck. Now I want to explain luck really fast, just in case. I had to read a lot of that book many times. So luck is, in case you don't know what luck is, it says right there you can change a roll to 12 or avoid all harm. But if you run out of, so this is all your luck. You have like what?
7
points for the whole game. That never refreshes.
There's one class that I can refresh.
There is one class,
and we have one.
And we have one as well. Yeah, but it takes I think an even advanced level up. I can't remember. But the point is once you burn through all your luck, then you're doomed. And what that means is the keeper, which is me, can start making some real hard moves, like life-challenging moves that would pretty much kill your character pretty quickly.
Shoot.
Or like take abilities from you, or like take away
I checked it.
family and things like that. So you don't want to get to the doomsday, because that will just ruin you. And I will ruin you. The power will get to my head, I can promise you. All right, Jack. So go over your move fast.
Okay, so I'm given one move right off the bat, which is like at the beginning of each mystery, I get to roll. If I'm in good standing with my sector, which I believe is like my organization or my group.
Right.
And then with that, I get like certain buffs before the basically before the mystery. Pick 3, which was ancient fighting arts, which is if I help protect someone, I can inflict harm, and I get a +1 to my roll. I believe.
Okay, so you went with ancient fighting arts.
Oh
Got it.
no, so yeah. So if I use an old-fashioned weapon, I get to inflict 1 extra harm if I'm using it to inflict damage, and then if I'm protecting someone, I get +1.
Nice, love it.
Oh, I remember reading about that one. That looked cool.
Yeah, I figured I was gonna be more the tank this game, so I was like, I should probably go with the stuff to protect other members.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
protection.
And then and then my second one I picked was Fortunes, which is like I can basically
Okay, cool.
and like so and I can use it once per mystery, and I can like I can basically like prophesy or divination techniques to predict the future.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can basically, if someone's going to attack us, I can like roll and see if beforehand and like warn someone. And in my
okay. Okay, so I figured out what your sect is gonna be in this adventure, and this is gonna be very interesting. All right, I love it.
It's gonna be to troll you, Nathan. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
And then my final skill is Sacred Oath, so I can bind myself to a single goal whenever I roll a dice or do some sort of action to gain myself close to that goal. Then I get +1. Both, then I get -1 for any roll I do for the rest of the mission.
Ooh. Okay, gotcha.
It's got like high risk, high reward. So I was like,
I love
yeah, I'll go with the risky. And then I got to pick 2 old-fashioned weapons, which were a sword, a spear, and then I picked a modern weapon, which was a 9mm gun.
Nice.
And then I got to pick 2 good traditions, which was knowledgeable and magical items. And then I had to pick 1 bad tradition, which was strict laws.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out where this is. Where's the? Oh, good traditions. Okay, yeah. So, all right. So the good traditions. Oh wait. So first, before we get to that, let's go through
Sorry.
the sect. Yeah, let's get a little bit of background on your sect. You are part of an ancient secret order that slays monsters. But you know you're also 18 years old and you're a kid in this town. So why don't you share with everybody what happened? How did you get from this ancient secret monster slaying order to an 18-year-old in this small town with no last name?
So this is really embarrassing, actually. But yeah, so me and my party were chasing down this magical dragon, white dragon, with a heart pure of gold. And it wasn't attacking us or anything, but we just felt the need to hunt this because we're like beast hunters and we like to hunt stuff. And we were hunting this pure dragon, and I had my party distract it, and I did some sick parkour off a wall.
Love it.
Jumped on the back of this dragon, made my way up to the skull, did like a leap over its head, and in like slow motion, you know, like one in the movie, just did like this real powerful incantation and striked it right on the head and killed it.
Doctor Strange style. Yeah.
Yeah, Doctor Strange style. That's right. But the one thing that we didn't realize was that the dragon was such pure of heart that she de-ages you. You get a curse for killing it, and it de-ages you. And once your loved ones and all them start to pass away, you start to gain an age again. And then I've just been 18 ever since.
Shoot.
Yeah. So they all were turned very young to babes, mere babes, and were stolen away and planted in this town.
Wait, but I thought he said he stayed 18. So how did he start out as a baby?
No. So sorry, it de-aged him. Okay, so it de-aged him down. Okay, Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I understood it, it de-aged you down to a child, came to this, and then you brought to this town, and then you grew up in this town,
Yes.
and then you stayed at 18.
Correct. I'm immortal, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And disease.
And disease, right. You can still die from damage and harm, but natural causes, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so then these sex traditions. What are the two you pick?
Traditions. Oh, wait. What's the question, Nathan?
Oh, sorry. Which two good traditions did you pick? And which two bad
Oh,
traditions?
I picked knowledgeable and magical items.
Okay, yeah, that helps.
And my
Alright.
bad one is strict laws.
Strict, yes. Oh my gosh, this
Strict
fits so
what?
well with strict laws.
Okay, sorry, it's a little glitchy.
Fine.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's probably like my internet. Sorry.
Then Jack, give us a little bit of that good creative flavor. So who are the type of people you hang out with at school?
I can't remember what I answered to this, Nathan. Honestly,
Okay,
frick.
yeah. You gave the answer that you like that kid that sits alone at lunch, doesn't really
Oh yeah,
people. Right.
yeah. I'm like that kid that sits alone. You know, like I'm not sure if you guys have seen like Sky High.
Dude,
Yes.
I was just thinking about Sky High.
Dude, Sky High.
But
I
I'm
freaking
like,
adore
I'm like,
that movie.
yeah, I'm like that peace guy,
War-
the fire guy.
War and Peace. Yeah, man.
Dude.
One Piece.
He was
That's
my
exactly
favorite.
I need to rewatch that movie.
like when you think of me, I'm like the One Piece. That's exactly who I am.
Complete with the red highlights. Love it.
Nice.
Yep.
But
Oh
okay,
man,
so then,
dude,
then
Zylo and Casper are gonna be best friends. I can already tell.
she's this dark brooding loner badass. What do you drive? What do you drive?
Oh yeah. I drive a tandem bike with a granny basket in the front.
Yes.
But you drive it alone, right? It's a tandem bike. You drive alone.
Take a bike for one.
I drive it alone.
I love it. So you could fit another person on if you wanted, but like you just
Could,
don't.
yeah. But I'm just so BA that I just choose not to.
I love it. Real fast, just 'cause I'm really curious. Where did you get this tandem bike? This bike?
Yeah, I mean because I'm like One Piece style, you know, so my I don't have much money. I just went to the scrapyard and picked it up and was like, wow, this is a nice bike, and just fixed it up. And I was like,
Nice.
yeah,
Love it.
solid, you know.
Love that. Okay, so
And
oh yeah.
yeah, no, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say I was getting ready to move on to
For it.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, yeah, go for it.
All right, Morgan, hit me with that good charm, cool, sharp, tough, weird.
Okay, so you need my ratings?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
Charm, I'm -1. Cool, I'm +1. Sharp is also +1. Tough is 0, and weird is +3.
Gosh, you're so weird.
Oh, just wait. Okay, so you are monstrous. You're half human, half.
That's not very nice, Nathan.
You have not seen me go. I can get savage. So you're half human, half monster. What happened? Were you born this way, as maybe Lady Gaga would say?
I was just about to make a Lady Gaga reference. Beat me to it by like this much.
I was not born this way. This was inflicted upon me at a young age.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Also,
Inflicted
Rough
with what?
life. Do I say the half monster? Do I
yeah.
not say? Okay, yeah. So I'm Millie Gray is half Grim Reaper. So she died at a young age by accident. Kind of got reaped. The wrong soul got reaped, and since she was supposed to live a long life, they didn't know what to do, so they kind of just threw her in as the Grim Reaper's minion. And so she kind of came back down. Family didn't really realize that she had died. So,
because her family is huge, right?
Yeah, she's the middle child of 7.
No one ever pays attention to the middle child.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Her middle name is Earl, like Earl Grey, because her mom just like named all of her kids after T's because she had that many, and but she goes by Millie Gray. And yeah, so middle child of 7. No one really knows when she's in the house or out of the house. And so she kind of like she's the weird kid. Am I supposed to go into that character development part?
You know what? We're gonna at the end, but jump
Yeah.
right in. Jump right in. Go for it.
she's the weird kid. She's like going into her junior year, like double blonde braids that she chews on in class, talks to herself, like really funky kid that wears oversized clothes and lost stickers. And yeah,
I'm picturing her with like New Balance white shoes. Is that accurate or no?
that's probably accurate if I ever noticed people's shoes, but that's a talent that you you have maybe.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, always with like a lollipop in her mouth. But she visits. She's a part of the senior citizen center visiting troop at the school. We'll go into a room, come back out. Nurses will later find that person died during the children's visit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Occupational hazard. So that's Millie Gray.
Cool.
Really kooky, funky. She's not like opposed to having friends, but most people are opposed to being
friends.
lumped with her because she's weird. So yeah.
Nice. So okay, so I love that. That's good. That's good flavor. So you touched on that she is half Grim Reaper. What are the curses then? What monster curses does she have? Does she have to fight?
Yeah. So her curse is Dark Master. So basically, she's kind of under the beck and call of the big guy, the Grim Reaper.
The big guy downstairs.
Yeah.
Not to be confused.
My bad. I see how that could have been inferred incorrectly. But yeah, so basically, whenever he doesn't really know that she's doing her own monster hunting thing, so or I guess will be, and not really a fan of it, seeing how she is a monster and he is a monster, but she has to continue to do what he tells her to do, otherwise there'll be consequences. So yeah, so that's her curse.
What are your natural attacks?
Her natural attacks, she has 2. She has life drain, so and then the other one just kind of comes alongside that. It just adds 1 harm to my life drain. So using that attack will take will harm that person 2, and then also give me 2 life. So
Lifesteal's so good.
It is really good. But
Lifesteal is like crazy in this game.
But it's intimate, so she has to be intimate reach.
Oh shoot!
Which means like hugging them.
So I only take life from people I love, that I get.
Yeah. Which is difficult because she's really weird.
Makes her job much harder.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get all. Yeah, I think you sort of touched on that when you were talking about. Yes. The walking to the senior center and maybe reaping a soul or 2 while you're there. Just make the job really convenient. So what moves do you have?
Not a lot of deaths happen in this small town, so it's usually just senior citizens that she kind of has to scoop up.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of have it as like a territorial thing. Like she's like the Grim Reaper minion for this territory, so nothing really happens.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So Death's kind of like operating the Pokemon Go of souls right here. It's like you're in a mystic zone.
That's exactly what this is. Yeah.
Cool.
So what moves do you have?
Okay, so I took Unholy Strength because forgot to mention when she kicks some ass, she turns into a big skelly. And so Unholy Strength applies there, where I roll weird when I kick some ass. So instead of tough, I have the +3 weird.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then the other one was something borrowed, which basically meant I could go and take a move from anyone who wasn't in play. So I took Angel Wings from the Divine, but changed the name to Shadow Walk. Yeah, so she can now instantly teleport to any place or person that she knows decently well. And she can take 1 to 2 people with her, but I have to roll for how successful it is. And if it's not that successful, people might end up in completely different places or separate, or it gets messy. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it like Apparition where you can like lose an arm?
It didn't say anything about dismemberment, but
All right, cool.
if I flunk.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll see how it works narratively, because just
Oh,
so you
no.
guys know, we're not. So you guys aren't playing to win the prize. But when we're playing
Yes, we are.
to weave. Okay.
I
Except
think Jack and I are.
when you're playing, we're gonna be playing this to weave a story. So we're putting together an interesting narrative there. So I will be, if things start lagging a little bit, if you guys start doing really well, things are gonna get real hard. So just keep things interesting, keep you guys on your toes.
All right, guys, give it like a C level effort, and it'll be smooth sailing.
If you do really badly, it's not interesting at all. I'll just kill you all. We'll start over. Okay, so gear. What is this sweet, weird junior in high school carry? A revolver? A magnum? What does she carry with her?
She has death
She
powers.
carries a huge scythe.
Okay.
And it's +3 harm, hand heavy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but that kind of that kind of comes with Skelly. But yeah, I think it's collapsible, for backpack portability.
Oh, nice. So like Ruby.
Yeah. I haven't watched that, but I get the vibe.
Okay. So let's go with. Okay. So I guess we're done with that introduction. Oh wait, yeah, real fast. Dude, what is Millie like to do? Is she part of any clubs? Has she started?
So
The occult club.
well, some may call it that. She started a cat rescue club because there's a lot of strays in this town of ours. So to add to her weirdness, she goes around and collects cats. And also tying back to the whole her family forgets she exists thing. There's a shed in the backyard that they haven't entered.
No.
So she just houses all the cats there. And yeah, so which ties into her bike ride. She has a nice big basket on that bad boy. Kind of like that baby yellow bike from school with the basket.
Okay, yeah.
But I think it might. I think it's more of a mountain bike. I'm thinking muddy mountain bike with a bell and a basket, kind of patched together. It was a hand-me-down.
Basket for cats.
Classic.
Basket for cats, exactly.
Cool.
So I'm guessing this basket has like a latch on it, like you can close it.
Yeah.
You
And its
stuff
own
the cats in there.
and its own little dedicated food bowl.
I think I like the latch idea. I think that's a good idea because cats aren't well contained, easily contained.
There, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the cover latch thing is a good idea.
Yeah.
Love that. That's great. Sammy,
Yes.
give me your charm, cool, sharp, tough, weird.
Oh, okay.
And she's
have-
mundane, right?
Yeah.
I have +2 charm.
All good.
Zero
Someone
cool.
Someone can manipulate people. All right, we've got a go-to manipulator.
0 cool, +1 sharp, +1 tough, and -1 weird.
Nice.
Pretty solid.
Okay. What moves did you pick? I'm really interested.
Ugh.
Because the mundane is super different from all the other classes. All the classes have like magic powers or secret knowledge or things, and the mundane's just like, hey, I'm really good at running away and talking to people.
Yeah. I have oops. If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You'll find
Nice.
something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Love that.
I have the power of heart. When fighting a monster, if you help someone, don't roll cool. You automatically help as though you rolled the 10.
What the heck?
Some Captain Planet magic.
That's crazy. That's Kingdom Hearts. That's Sora right here. All right.
And
Sora!
then I have, I don't really understand this one, so you'll have to help me through it, but I have what could go wrong. Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict +1 harm, reduce someone's harm suffered by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll.
Yeah, so what that means, so basically because you're not super tough, you're not invincible, have magic powers, you're not half monster. So when all these monsters are attacking and all this dangerous stuff is happening, you're just a regular person. You can die really easily and you can't really defend yourself. So you want to be careful about doing weird stuff. But this move basically encourages you to be a little reckless. So whenever you rush into a dangerous situation, without sort of preparing for it or sort of figure out an exit plan, you get some bonuses. You can do two things. You can either inflict harm on something, +1 harm, or yeah, so you do that list. And the take two forward means that you get +2 to your roll if you want to act under pressure. Like, say there's a monster guarding like a switch or something, and you want to go hit the switch. If you just charge right in, I'll give you +2 when you roll and flip the switch.
Okay.
So that's sort of what that means.
All right.
So it means you're mundane, but you're not a pansy. What weapons does Equillus Tabai carry with her?
I have a multi-tool and I have a fire axe.
Phones are
Multi-tool. Oh, that's gonna be so useful. And a fire axe. Yeah, we're gonna need to work into like how you got that fire axe. That'd be
Whoa.
stuff. So how does she carry the fire axe with her, or just have it in her?
It depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
On weekends, she carries it with her.
Gotcha. Like
Just a
strapped
fiery
to her.
axe, NBD.
Does she carry it, or is it strapped to her, or?
Yeah, she just carries it around on her shoulder.
Okay, cool.
If anything, you're all weird for not carrying one.
And you know what? Who's gonna call a cops on her? She has +2 charm. She can melt hearts.
Yeah, and a fire axe, she can melt flesh.
Good for both ways. What is your means of transportation?
I have a vintage motorized bicycle. And when I say vintage, I mean late 1800s.
I don't think they had motors back then.
Well, they were invented in late 1800s.
Oh, there you go. So you have the first motor.
Listen, it's not a motorcycle. You gotta look it up. It's like a motor bicycle. So it's a bike
Yeah.
with like a lawnmower engine, like a small lawn, like a weed whacker engine attached to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be loud, not very strong. It's gonna be great. Where did you find this wonderful vehicle? Because this is definitely something the town would have in it. But where did you find it?
I found it in the back of our garage with the rest of my dad's old junk.
Your dad's old junk. Is your dad and mom still together? Why is all this stuff in the back of the garage?
I'm so glad you asked. My mom actually disappeared when I was 5. No one really knows what happened. But my dad's a cartoon artist. So, he's got the whole artsy vibe and like everything can be used for art and just not very practical. So
Got it.
all of his old junk is around.
I love it. I love that so much. I'm just writing this down. You just threw me some good lore that I can use. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. You got your gear. You got your means of transportation. Let's. You got your ratings. Yeah. What does Equillus to buy look like? What is her ethnic heritage? That is an odd name. Are her parents hippies? I mean, her dad's a cartoon artist, so I mean, anything goes.
Her grandparents were Japanese immigrants. So she's Japanese American.
Okay, got it. Are both her parents Japanese Americans?
Her mom was American and her dad was Japanese.
Got it. Okay, cool. So, just out of curiosity, did her dad ever have? I mean, you're playing the daughter, you're not playing the dad. But did her dad ever talk about going to work for Studio Ghibli or animating? Just out of curiosity.
Oh no, he isn't a successful cartoon artist.
Oh, so he did. Oh, wait. So what does that mean?
Whoa, wait, hang on.
He doesn't tinker around with Miyazaki and that Japanese crap.
No, he isn't a successful.
Oh, he isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. He's a dreamer. I got it.
No. Our house is slightly dilapidated. He's just.
Do you have
he's
food
living
to
his
eat?
dreams. It depends.
Yeah.
I carry a fire axe with me just in case.
There you go.
You see something tasty. It is farm country. You could. Who knows what you'll find out there on the roads?
Look, you can kill it and cook it all in one go.
Oh wait, no. I think it's an axe used for like fires, not an axe on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's less exciting.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
I thought it was
Is
an
it a
on-fire
hellfire
axe
axe?
this whole time.
Yeah.
No.
Is it?
I did not realize it was a fireman's axe.
Oh,
I thought it was like an
hellfire
axe on fire.
Yeah. I think Madison, were you on the same page?
I kind of spaced out for a second, to be honest.
No worries. Okay, so we're dealing with the fire axe, right, Sam?
Fireman's
Yes.
axe. Gotcha.
All right.
Hellfire axe. That's what I heard. Hellfire axe.
Hellfire axe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it too.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what you drive. So who do you hang out with at school? What's your
I sit with every table at lunch. A couple
Okay.
minutes here, a day there. I'm friends. I know everyone, but outside of school, I don't hang out with any of them.
Gotcha. I got you. I can sympathize. All right.
Oof.
Madison. Madison.
Mhm.
Rose Stewart. Give me that good charm, cool, sharp, tough, weird.
Yeah, so charm is 1, cool is 0, sharp is 1, tough -1, weird 2.
Okay, nice. Okay, so the spooky is you can do funky things.
Spooky.
Kind of like yeah, you can do spooky things, but bad things happen when you do, right? So, the thing is like as you use your luck, your dark side is going to get harder and harder to deal with. It's going to get more demanding. So just something to keep in mind when you're using stuff. What moves did you go with?
So telepathy,
Okay.
the sight, and the big whammy.
Telepathy. What does telepathy do?
Basically, can read people's thoughts. I can also put words in their mind. Yeah,
Nice. That is OP.
very
Uh,
manipulative.
So what?
Very manipulative.
Okay, good. So we got 2 people who can do some of that good stuff. The sight. What
The
is
rest
the
of us
sight?
just hit things really hard.
Which both are important. You really need both. So then you also pick the sight, right?
Yeah, so basically I can see invisible people and ghosts. And ghosts can speak through me also.
Okay. And you can spot clues when you investigate a mystery. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use that. Hunch it. Wait, what was the last one you picked?
The big whammy.
The big whammy. What did that do? I have no idea.
Basically kick some butt.
Nice. Okay, 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor. Shoot. Okay, on a mystical and magical backlash. Oh. That, I'm sure you'll be using that. Okay, so 2 normal weapons and any magical items or amulets you use to invoke your powers. So what normal weapons do you pick?
A .38 revolver and then a big knife.
Right? Straight to the point.
Madison.
Yes.
What weapons did you pick?
Oh, she said.
The .38 revolver and the big knife.
Oh, you picked the big knife?
Yep.
Nathan, you're cutting in and out.
Hey, Nathan, can you hear her?
Cause I can hear him talking in the other room, and he's not coming through on this.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no, there you are. You're gone now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
I heard you that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, cool. What was? Sorry. The 2 weapons were. I missed it.
One more time.
The .38 revolver and the big knife.
Okay, dope. Sorry about that. To make your spooky, pick your name. Also, your dark side. So your powers have an unsavory source, and sometimes you get tempted to do things you shouldn't, like take cookies or maybe kill that person. What are the 3 tags for your dark side?
Specifically those 2 things.
Those are the only dark side things in the world.
I don't know how you
never
guessed.
felt those temptations. If you've never felt those temptations.
Yeah, so secrets, I'm soulless, and addiction.
Oh shoot! Secret solace and addiction. What is Rose addicted to?
Adventure.
The spirit of a good time.
Basically, since she's soulless, she feels like pretty lonely a lot of the times, and she kind of wants that desire to be loved in a way that's different from like that friendship kind of love.
Okay.
More like that man kind of love. So,
You know what? I can read between the lines. I know what you're saying.
well, I mean, it's 2019. You never know. Yeah, so like that desire can become amplified with the dark side, and so it kind of becomes the addiction.
Gotcha. So how old is she? What is her school side? Who's she at school?
Yeah, so she's 18 in high school, and she's pretty well liked by everybody.
Okay. Got it. So does she have like a crew that she hangs out with? What does she do in her free time?
She really likes to help people. In terms of like a specific crew, not so much. Just kind of like floats around with all the different crowds.
Got it.
Pun intended. Floats around.
I got it.
What was her name?
Rose.
Rose.
Okay.
Tyler?
Nice.
Sorry.
You know, I refrained.
Okay. Gotcha. Boom boom. All right. So what is Rose Stewart, the well-liked, popular flirty girl at the school, drive around town?
A chic folding bicycle.
A what?
A chic folding bicycle.
Folding bicycle.
I'm gonna look this up right now. Chic folding bicycle.
Like The Legend of Zelda?
Describe it. Just describe what it looks like. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can pick up one of these bad boys from Walmart.
This adventure is sponsored by Walmart.
It's literally, kind of just a ride around casually bicycle that literally folds in half.
Okay, cool. What's her family like? Did her family buy her the bike? How did she get the bike?
Yeah. So actually, Rose is a Nephilim, so she's half angel, half demon, and she was kind of almost like adopted by a human dad, and so her adoptive dad got the bike for her.
Okay, gotcha. So does the dad know about her true nature?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoot.
What's the dad's name?
D.
Donnie.
Donnie Stewart?
Donnie from
Yep.
Heaven.
Okay. So what kind of man is Donnie Stewart? I'm sorry, I'm delving a little bit into this, but I'm kind of curious.
What kind of a name?
Sorry. What kind of a name is Donnie Stewart? No, I'm not gonna roast your adopted dad. No, what kind of man?
Oh, super, super patient.
Okay.
Yeah, very patient, very loving. Yeah.
Gotcha. And Okay, cool. And he knows that she has these dark powers and this telepathy.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. She rides that floating bicycle. She's well liked at school. I think we have all the introduction stuff. Let's do some of the relationship stuff. Quick thing. You all are part
Of the literature
of
club.
of a literature club. Yes. No.
This is the entire adventure.
Nope.
You all, you read books all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, we're
No,
each
so
gonna
you
write
guys-
poems and present them to everybody else in the club. It's gonna be
Yeah,
magical.
You thought this was monster hunting, but the monsters we're hunting are the demons in our soul. We're gonna do a little bit of self-reflection, a little bit of meditation.
Seems a little unfair to
I'm out. I
Rose.
drop.
I'm done.
I'm gonna go play League.
Aha! Where there are no souls.
But there are no. So true. Okay. So you guys are all scattered all over the school, different social circles, different interests. You were all brought together by a certain Christy McKnight. She is 16 years old, an introvert, but super, super into whatever she does. And what she does are two things: biking and conspiracies. And so she has recruited / coerced / manipulated / bribed all of you to be in her conspiracy club that she calls the Lighthouse. And so you guys have weekly meetings, and she is certain there is something more going on in this town that meets the eye. So real fast, we're gonna go around.
I mean,
the
consider
circle.
she's found all of us. Her instincts are pretty solid.
I know.
Like she singled out each and every one of us. I think she might be the true one with powers here.
the true powers. No, she carries a damp, like rolled up pad of paper and tiny stub golf pencil with her wherever she goes, and she is constantly watching and making notes. So she noticed there was something off about all of you, and you guys may not know it, but you guys definitely know it. But she tries not to tell you or let you guys in, but it's pretty obvious that she thinks there's more to all of you than meets the eye, and she's gonna find out that conspiracy too. And so this whole club is part of that whole thing as well.
Uh-huh.
So how has Christy McKnight recruited you, Casper O'Donnell?
I don't know. I thought you would tell me.
Was she a friend? Did she corner you one time and you
shoot.
just wouldn't say no?
Do
you think-
well,
Do you like her?
well,
Give me the nitty gritty. I want that good
I
good
would
drama.
say,
Sip that.
what's her name again?
Christy McKnight,
Christy McKnight.
the love of your life.
No, maybe that remains to be seen. But she probably cornered Casper after class or after school one day, which is not hard to do because he's a slight fellow. And she just insisted that he joined, and she was just she's just like, come on, you got to do it. What reason do you have not to? Just super pushy about it, which is surprising considering she's an introvert. But she just gets so into whatever she's doing that she just wouldn't take no for an answer. And so Casper tried to, the first time she asked him, he kind of managed to talk his way out of the situation. Kind of oh well, give me some time, I'll think about it, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But he didn't specify a time, and then sure enough, she cornered him the next day during lunch. And she sat down with him, which is already kind of put him on edge because he eats alone usually, in the far table off in the corner, a different corner from Zylo. We've kind of staked out the corners,
Opposite corners.
Yeah, but she just she wouldn't take no for an answer. She kept berating and pushing, and Casper, not being one to rise to conflict or being a very confident fellow, gave in pretty quickly. It was it was the third time she asked. He just gave in entirely.
Yeah, she's not. She either chooses to not pick up on those. No, thank you, but I don't want to say it, or she definitely just bulldozes through it.
Yeah, no, it was a bulldoze approach for sure. Because
Got it.
she could read Casper pretty easily, tell that he is not one to stand up for himself, super well. So yeah, the first time he kind of managed to talk his way out of it, try to put her off. Second time at lunch, he was saved by the bell. Just as she was getting super pushy, he had to get to class. And then the third time, she actually showed up his house as he was leaving for school. And basically followed him the entire way there, and that was more than Casper was prepared for, and he found himself just agreeing out of sheer panic.
Got you. Yeah, I got you. And she rides a cyclocross bike like all the time, and she is speedy on that thing.
It was kind of crazy because he's got a motorized scooter and he couldn't get away. It was
And she's still like talking to like yelling at him to like over the sound of the scooter and like morning traffic.
Yeah, you'd think she'd be out of breath too, but no. She was so determined. It was honestly, he's a little bit impressed.
that may have swayed him, maybe.
Yeah. The terror was what swayed him, but he was a little bit impressed after the fact once he was thinking about it later.
Gotcha. Okay.
It turns into love, Bert.
It turns into like we'll get there.
It turns into love.
It always starts with terror.
Yeah.
Equillus Tabai, how did Christy McKnight recruit you?
Well, you see, we sit next to each other in history class, and we were learning about the Nazis in Germany. And she turns to me and is like, "Yo,
you a Nazi?
did you know that
Like, what?
Nazis
No.
actually came from Middle Earth?" And I was
Oh.
like, "What? No way!"
That's
Can you
so
prove
good.
that? And she was like, "Yeah, bro, come to my club. I'll show you all the proof of the things that the government's hiding from us." And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
"Dude, I'm so down."
I love it. That's so good. Okay. So you joined out of definite willing curiosity to learn how the Nazis came from Middle Earth.
Yeah, bro. Who cares about
Big
history?
fan.
You have
I mean-
conspiracy theories.
I don't blame you. Like I'm right there with you.
Figured the weird
All
one
right.
would be right on board.
Millie Grayson, how did Christy McKnight recruit you?
What do we do in this club again, other than conspiracy theories? Was there a literature part to?
No, the literature part was a joke.
Conspiracy literature. We can write conspiracy poems.
She does do like a conspiracy publication for the school. I say publication very loosely. It's just something she typed up in Microsoft and then just shoves under all the classroom doors and hopes someone will read it. But no one ever does. In fact, like everyone knows she writes it, but they don't really have much proof. So there's a lot of like announcements. Can whoever is doing this, the party responsible, and everybody looks at her and she just like whistles and looks out the window.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
very
but,
confident for an introvert, I must say.
She's whatever she's dedicated to. She won't engage people unless it is related to biking or conspiracies.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you
Biking
designed this
does.
character. You didn't have to call her an introvert. Like,
No, but she definitely is. Like if someone approaches her, like an adult, another person, she'll like kind of avoid eye contact. She's really bad with teachers, man. She doesn't know how to play that game.
okay, so she's really got like this sort of almost like a split thing going on, where when she's in her element, she's like the king of the hill, but as soon as she's out of it, okay, I'm getting you now.
Yeah, because she is so focused on this thing that she just forgets herself and forgets how people perceive her. And she's
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Millie, how did Christy recruit you?
All right, so I'm thinking I have to out weird her and her chasing him on the.
You invite her to the club.
No, I'm thinking I show up at her house, and I like. So you're saying that she wrote the conspiracy theory column in the newspaper?
Oh
I
gosh,
think
you
she's
read it,
gonna
didn't
write a
you?
Story. Yeah, I bet Millie reads those things, and like she doesn't really care until like maybe there's a conspiracy about like the cats in the town or something, and she's like, all right, down to business. So she shows up at the girl's house, like, where'd you get the info? Kind of like hounds her on it, kind of like, weirds her out a little bit. And I think that's
Which is a feat.
Which is a feat, exactly. But I have 3+ weird. I gotta live up to that. And,
the stats are in your favor.
and like I think one thing leads to another. Maybe like
she's like starts kind of following Millie. She ends up in Millie's like in her senior citizen club like group that has like 3 kids. Like high school kids don't want to visit old people, so like Millie immediately realizes she's following her, and then she's like, yo, if you want to know more about those conspiracies, I got a club. And Millie's like, all right, I'm down. And so kind of like a pretty laid back, she's like, hey, there'll be other people there. That's exciting. I can make friends. So
that homeschooler life, I know it well.
You know what?
Okay, Rose Stewart, how did Christy recruit you?
Yeah, so basically, Christy just came up to her and asked and said, hey, I need more people, looking for more people to join. So Rose being the friendly person and wants to be liked by people, she joined to be a good friend, but also to kind of keep an eye and make sure that any conspiracies about a half angel, a half demon people a little quiet.
You kind of nip those in the bud.
She doesn't want people to find out about her dark side.
Love that. That's great. I love it. All right, Zylo, how did Christy recruit you? Christy McKnight.
This is gonna be good.
So one day I was riding along on my little bicycle, my tandem bicycle, and I just sensed, because I'm of this ancient order, I can feel the presence of darkness and evil in the area.
And you looked behind you, there she was sitting on the back seat of the bike.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. How did you know I was going to go down with that?
And you really questioned how your ancient order senses didn't detect her before now.
Well, look, I'm 18. They haven't been perfected yet. Now, I went back to being a child. I had to relearn. But yeah, all of a sudden I felt them, and then my bike started speeding up and then I turned around. It's because someone else was pedaling.
It's like, wow, it's actually kind of nice. You had a little moment.
It was nice for someone picking up the slack, And then she's like, "Yo, what up?" I'm like, excuse me?" And she's like, "Yo, what up? Join my club." I'm like, I can join your club. This is kind of weird, but you're weird. I'm weird. Let's do it. So she's like, okay, meet here, blah blah, and then just teleported away. And I was like, okay, we good.
Leaped off the bike into a roll and just started running away.
Basically, yeah. That's exactly what happened. Yep.
That's great. I was hoping you like strike a bargain where you're like, yeah, I'll join the club, but only if you like pedal me home every day. Just at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have. I feel bad. I kind of should have, but it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, looking back, I mean, hindsight 2020.
Okay. Hindsight.
All right, so we're gonna jump in and we'll do the relationship questions during the first mystery, sort of as we're going in.
Okay.
So we've made it.
It's the first day of the literature club.
It's the first day of literature. No, it's not. It's actually the weekend. Can you smell that? Popcorn.
I smell a fireman's axe.
You smell a fireman's axe.
And it's on fire. What a twist.
It is on fire. Don't worry. That's just the park grills that are smoking that good cookout, that tailgating, because there's crisp haunt of autumn in the wind, nearing the end of baseball season, and the local community league is getting heated as the finals loom ever closer. And let me tell you, in this small town where there's not a whole lot of interaction with the outside world, the local community baseball league is the entertainment for the town. So you have people from the general store, people from the local like high school are playing alongside of adults. There's not really a whole lot of regulations, but farmers and farm boys, everybody's
that's
joining
the only
together.
2 places. Like, it's the high school and the general store, and that's it, because we have nothing else.
There's actually a surprising splattering of places, but they're all pretty small, like 1 or 2 person. Like, so there's a bike shop and there's a library. There's 7 churches, each run by like 2 people.
Is it a local library or a private library?
It's not a public library, so yeah, it's like a private collection that's been opened up to the public.
Oh, great! Not
There's
again.
two bars, an abandoned water mill. There's a city. There's a part of the town. Your town's not big, but there's still like a bad part of the town called that everybody kind of knows as Cardboard City. It just
Oh gosh.
slummy. Like the roofs are patched with cardboard. There's holes and a lot of. It's just not very nice. You don't be down there. There's a tiny dog park that's about the size of someone's front yard. In fact, it probably is someone's front yard. They just fenced it off. And there's a barber because every town needs a barber, as you learn from Cedarville.
Yeah.
So
Good business.
you guys are at the one like near the end, the baseball game. It's Saturday evening. It's kind of dusk. People are playing it. We're gonna start. You guys are all showed up, and we're gonna start with Sammy. Sammy, you walk up to the baseball game. Are you into baseball? Do you like baseball?
No, dude. Baseball's one of the worst sports.
Right?
It's boring.
Right next to golf.
Awful.
Right next to golf.
That's fair.
But the snacks are off the hook.
Amen.
They're not very good for you, but
that's why we're there. I mean, listen.
You think I care? I'm only here for the best.
She's here for a good time.
We only live once. In your case, probably shorter than most. Mundane.
Bro,
okay, so
live my life to the fullest.
Yeah, it probably won't last long.
So you walk up, Sam. You're walking up to the community field. It's not from your house, and you see, just kind of waiting by the stands, Luke Sanders.
I really thought you were gonna say Skywalker.
No, not Luke Skywalker. I mean, I know he'd be the one to show up in town, Wisconsin, but no, Luke Sanders. This is a boy. You see him. He was one of the. He's a freshman, but he joined the baseball team. He's good enough to be on the team. He's pretty skilled. He's a little quiet, but he seemed to be pretty smart. He's pretty low key, pretty chill. And you have a flashback. You remember, he came up to you in the hall at school on Friday, and he asked you, and we're gonna flash back to that. So Luke Sanders comes up to you, and you haven't really. What's your history with Luke Sanders?
I avoid Luke Sanders. I don't want to be.
He's a plague.
That guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, because that's gonna make this following conversation. He looks pretty nervous, but he looks back, and one of his friends just kind of like gives him a thumbs up, and he says,
"No, I know where this is going."
He kind of clears his throat a couple times. In fact, probably clears his throat too many times. He looks like he's got something stuck in it. He says, hey, Equillus. I was just, there's the baseball game on Saturday, and and homecoming's coming up. But I mean, this isn't really about that. This is, it's kind of is, but it's not. Anyway, he kind of I was wondering if you wanted to go to the baseball game with me.
Kill him.
Is this up to me?
This is up to you. He's asking you right now.
How much money you got to pay for snacks?
So Luke kind of cracks a smile. He laughs a little bit, like he's like, oh, and he's like, he's kind of joking. He's like, oh, I started picking up some shifts down at Finley's farm. So I'm doing all right. I've got probably I don't want to say a number, but probably $25. I can take care of you.
Yes, I will go to the snacks baseball with you.
All right, but this is low commitment to none.
Well, you know what? You say that as you after you say all right, it's like his eyes light up. And it's and he didn't hear anything of what after that he just said that. He said, "Okay, cool. So I'll meet you by the stands then. The stands closest to the road, for this back on Saturday."
Instant regret.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see you then.
Well,
all right.
I've made
you see, the thing is, I think my dad's gonna be sick that day.
He's already gone. He's you see him down the hall, and his buddy fist bumped him, and he's like, "Shh, not in front of her, she's talking." And okay, so I think Equillus Tabai is on mute, but so she shows up, she sees Luke Sanders, she remembers this conversation, and she has to go on this date with Luke Sanders. Let's go
No. No.
Let's go next in order. Jack.
Zylo.
Sorry, Zylo. You pull up to the game on your beautiful junky tandem grandma bike.
For one.
For one. And you see, and like as you're pulling up, you know, why even are you at the baseball game? Like you're kind of a loner, but why are you there?
DM, drop me there.
Defend the choice that I made for you.
Yeah, right? I just woke up and I was dropped in this world.
No. Yeah, because some of the members of my what is it called again? Is it CERT?
Your sect. Your sect.
The one of my main people in the sect is the pitcher for the baseball team.
Ooh.
So I figured. So I was like, you know what? I'll show him some appreciation, some respect. Although I'm a kind of a loner and I'm just like not really about that public life. I was like, you know what? I have respect for this guy. I'm gonna go watch him play.
I love that. You know, yeah. Well, as you pull up, you see, Chuck, quote unquote, he's trying to get people on the school to call him Cutter, but you know, it's not really taking off. It's just him and his friend.
Why?
Chuck Morton, he's the leader of his buddies, which you know they try to call themselves the Switchblades, and they're just fake white kids pretending to be in a gang. You know, they're in this small town farm. They're basically just
they're the scum of the earth. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. They're not pushing drugs on little kids, but they're knocking over mailboxes.
But if people thought they were, they probably wouldn't be too shook up about it.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, they probably try to start rumors about that. So you see Chuck Morton, Cutter, and Patrick Tanner, his co-leader, and they're just kind of like loitering, like right in like near all the bike racks, kind of eyeing up the people that rode there and what they brought. And as they see you pull in, Chuck sort of jumps in and he says, check it out, Mr. Emo Kid over here. Where'd you get that bike? In a dump? And like all his buddies kind of laugh. What do you respond to him? How do you respond? What do you do?
I just keep my cool and I keep silent and I ignore him.
Okay, well his smile kind of droops like, as you kind of walk past him. His smile kind of droops and he gives you a hard shove and he's like, hey, I'm talking to you. I'm talking. Are you listening? Are you listening? Your bike is junk. What do you do?
I'm like, back off, please. I'm not doing you any harm. Just please leave me alone.
Oh, we got Gandhi over here trying to keep the peace. Okay, you want peace? And at this point, he just tries to like grab you and shove your face in it. What do you do?
Before he grabs me, or he's already grabbed me?
He's coming at you to take you down.
I put my hand down into my granny bag.
Yeah.
And pull out my 9mm.
All right, I think this is a manipulate. So, okay, do you pull your? Do you say anything, or do you just pull your gun and just look at him?
I point my gun, look at him. I said, "Look, mate, I don't want to hurt you. I'm a skilled warrior. You need to piss off now."
I've got this gun.
Okay. Roll to manipulate someone. Roll 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah, two dice. What'd you get?
10.
A 10? Okay, so the way this works is on a 1 to 6, you fail. On a 7 to 9, you get a mixed success. And on a 10 plus, you get a complete success. So this works out well. Chuck, he kind of like his smile just boom drops. All the guys, they're just like, whew, they just freeze. Everybody freeze. And Chuck goes, yo, man, you just calm down, all right? It's just a joke. What are you talking? At this point, a police officer walks up. He was working security at the track. You look at him, and he says, Oh, is there a problem here? And and Chuck looks at and Chuck says, "Oh, officer, officer Garrison, thank goodness you're here. This guy was just threatening me with a gun." Garrison looks at you, points at the gun, looks in your eyes, and says, "Is this true?" What do you do?
I roll for manipulate someone.
No. You gotta explain how you're gonna manipulate them. Are you gonna like try to sweet talk your way? Are you gonna try to threaten the cop?
Can I take an action and shoot the cop in the head?
You wanna roll to kick some ass on the cop? You know what? You can.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Roll the
No, I'll
dice.
be like, no. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna convince him that it's a toy gun.
Okay, so let's hear that dialogue. Let's see what you said.
So, officer, we were just fooling around. We were just being normal teenage boys, just roughing it up, and I just kind of want to see how he'd react if I just pulled this toy gun out.
Okay, Garrison does not think this is funny. But you see, his hand that was like right next. Okay, sorry. Roll really fast. Roll to manipulate someone. Oh, also, what is your charm modifier? -1. -1. Okay, shoot. We'll need to remember that. So roll.
Got 8.
Got 8. -1 is 7. Okay, that's a mixed success. Okay, so he doesn't think this is funny. And so his hand kind of like we see his hand kind of edge away from his belt, and he says, "That's not gonna fly. Listen, I'm gonna need you to confiscate that gun. I'm just gonna hang on to it. Just check it out. Make sure what you're saying is true, and check. Do you have a license for that?"
It's a toy gun, sir. It's a toy gun.
Garrison, Officer Garrison, and you see like on his chest, he's got the chief of police patch, and he's rubs his face, and he's like, and you hear in the background, you hear some people yelling, so some of the local folks. You hear Ian Snow starting to get a little wild, a little ruckus maybe as Brock Sanders spills some beer on his daughter Lavender, and he's like, and he hears this and he has to go, and he's like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna need to stick with me for the rest of the night. All right, you can't go around waving guns at people. Toy or no. Okay, you just can't. You're 18 years old. You should know better. And at the whole time, like Chuck is kind of smirking. And Officer Garrison says, "All right, come on, let's go. You're gonna help me out." And he kind of he heads towards the ruckus. What do? You gonna go with him?
So I can choose to go with the cop.
This is your life, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the cop, but
right.
One condition: I'm allowed to, as I walk by Chuck.
You do what to Chuck?
I can say something to Chuck.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
So I'm assuming we're walking away now.
Yeah. You're walking past the group towards the bleachers.
Okay. And then can I say, as I walk by Chuck, under a light whisper, you pull the trigger.
What do you say?
Next time I'll actually pull the trigger if you push me around like that again.
Chuck kind of swallows hard, but tries to laugh it off, in front of his friends. But they definitely quit eyeing the bikes, and they sort of scatter a little bit. They sort of head off in a different direction. Okay, let's jump to Madison. So during this time, you pull in. Are you coming in on your foldable bike, or are you walking in, or is your dad coming with you?
My foldable bike.
Your foldable bike. That's right. Too cool for your parents. So you come in, and as you're pulling into the parking lot for this baseball game, you see this whole thing going down with Zylo and with Chuck. What's your relationship to Zylo?
That's kind of a loaded question.
Sorry. So this is where you go through You look at on your page, you see the history, and you can pick one of those things that will define your relationship with Zylo. Like, they taught you to control your powers, you are bloodkin, you are married or romantically involved, you're old friends, use your powers on them one time, etc., etc.
I have to pick one of those.
Yeah.
So Rose has seen Zylo around, notices his dark side, and kind of like has almost like a connection or like a feel, and kind of like a crush on him. Seeing that dark side and thinking that she could help him. So that's kind of like what relationship looks like, romantic-ish.
I love that.
It's like a one-sided crush to her knowledge.
To her knowledge. Okay, this is gonna be cool. I love this. Okay. So you roll in, you see this happening, and then you see Officer Garrison sort of walking away, and Zylo sort of like whispers something, and the group kind of like shuffles off. So as you're sort of rolling up to the bike stand, like locking your bike in, you see, as mentioned earlier, there's a big cat problem in this town. It's a problem more like an infestation. There are cats everywhere, almost constantly, and you see a kitten sort of that people sort of missed, caught on one of the tire spokes in the bike rack. What do you do?
I'll absolutely get untangled and save it, and try to find it some food and water.
Okay, so you can't go home, but you have this kitten in your arms. Where are you heading to get food and water?
Go to the food stand, get some water.
Okay, pause right there. Bert,
Yo.
you are working the concession stand.
The name is Casper O'Donnell.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, Casper. Sorry,
Also, sorry. This is for me. I don't mean to like jump in and like disrupt your narrative, but can everyone just go over what their character names are again? I'm just trying to keep track. I know I've got Zylo and Rose, so I guess I really just need Morghan and Sammy's. I can't remember.
I'm Millie Gray.
Millie, gotcha.
And I am Equillus to buy.
Can you spell that for me?
Equulleus.
Equillus?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't matter if I can spell as long as I can pronounce it. All right, you were saying? Sorry.
Okay. Yes.
This just helps.
So, Rose, Casper, you're there working this concession stand, making snow cones. Because it's kind of hot. It's not humid, but it's warm. It's kind of cooling down. It's you're feeling hints of autumn. So you also have some hot food, some hot dogs, and you see Rose Stewart coming your way with a kitten in her arms. What is your relationship to Rose Stewart?
I actually, Rose is one of the only people who I've actually thought of something for, so this works well. But Casper is definitely intimidated by Rose because she's like the popular girl. And she seems like she's got a lot of friends and is like kind of all together and confident. And like Casper is just completely intimidated by that.
Gotcha.
Like I imagine the first day he comes to the literature club, he is just he's completely flabbergasted and confused as to why she's there. Like, does that make sense?
I'm sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Did I?
I cut out there for a second, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. The first day at the club, he's just very confused as to why she would even be there because he can't imagine how this happened.
So looking at a bulletin on the history list, would you say that you are a rival at first?
I would say just friends probably would be the closest fit. Yeah, because like over time, I mean that's something I don't think a lot of these really apply to any of us right off the bat necessarily, since we're all kind of meeting through this club.
Gotcha.
But for now, we'll just say just friends.
Okay. So Rose, you walk up.
Or they will be friends, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever
So-
actually talked to her.
Well, we're about to
Has
change
the-
that right now, Rose.
Has the club started?
The
club has the club has started before. You've
Oh,
had,
have
like,
we
a couple-
met? We've had a couple
But-
meetings. It sounded like you were
like-
dropping us in right before.
Yeah, no. So it's like you guys all know who the other person is, but you don't really know because the first couple meetings have been mostly, Christy sort of like explaining things and catching you guys up to speed on the conspiracies around the town. Which, if you guys want more information on, you can definitely roll. There are a lot of secrets in this town, so you can definitely roll if you want to try to figure some of those out. But for now, I guess Rose is on mute. We're gonna jump to Quill to buy.
Oh, are we
Equillus.
not going to interact at all? She's just walking towards me.
No, you are, but I think she's on mute right now. So I think something's probably maybe she's in a conversation. So
Okay.
so Equillus, Quill, you are on a date with Luke Sanders.
Woo!
So what is the first thing that you do and say, like when you walk up and see him?
Yo, so you want to get like a soft pretzel?
This date lasts exactly as long as your wallet.
Luke Sanders is beaming with joy, and he's like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta play.
You're gonna drain this man of his wealth.
He's like, yeah, I gotta play in the next inning, but for sure, I'm like, let's get some food. So you guys walk over to the concession stand, and Sammy, you see work in the concession stand, Casper O'Donnell. What is your relationship to Casper? Pick from the list.
Am I picking or is she?
Oh, Sammy's picking.
Okay.
Picking. What do you?
I don't have one in mind yet, just so you know.
So Sammy, what is your relationship with Casper O'Donnell? Pick from your list of the Dane history things.
Okay. All right. You see, I'm a bit suspicious of Casper O'Donnell.
Ooh.
He rides a motorized scooter,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty skeptical of anyone who rides a motorized.
This is a little prejudice.
Listen. Quill does not come from a affluential background, so maybe it's is it like a rich kid versus poor kid thing?
No, I just like who rides a motorized scooter.
Oh,
you
just
know,
straight
like what?
judgmental.
Yeah, straight judgment.
Cool.
Straight judgment.
Casper's
it.
used
Cool.
to it.
I got you. Okay, so
that'd be rival at first.
No, there's like you're a bit suspicious of.
Oh,
maybe
where's
due to
that?
powers. It's the third one from the bottom on the mundane. They're different for every.
Oh,
class.
they're different for everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're gonna jump into Mo. Sorry, by Mo I mean Millie Grayson. Millie Grayson, you are at the baseball team. Excited? Why are you excited that you're at the baseball team?
Oh man, it's not about baseball. I'll tell you that right now.
All right.
Is it ever?
I'm probably. You know what? I bet Millie is under the stands with binoculars.
Uh-huh.
Oh shoot! What is happening?
I don't know what to do.
Go on.
I feel like it looks like she's looking at one of the baseball guys, which would be a normal teenage girl move, obviously.
Right.
But she's actually like eyeballing a cat. Like, you know what? I think she's eyeballing the cat in Madison's arms. I think she sees the cat, like on the lookout for strays. You know, I feel like
love
that's what you would do.
Okay, so you see Rose Stewart walking with this cat. What do you do?
I watch.
You just watch it. What is okay? So what is your relationship to this this popular cat rescuer?
Non-existent.
So you gotta-
I'm kidding. She has to have some sort of relationship. Looking at my list.
Are these things that we should be deciding as like duos, or is it just whoever you call on first gets to decide? Oh, he's muted himself.
Sorry, I'm helping Sammy pick out the figure out these technical difficulties.
All right, we can take a pause.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
can
a
take
big
the
deal.
time to think of. I'm trying to figure out my relationship with Rose Madison.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Bert, each person picks out one thing from their list for everybody else.
Yeah,
So,
but like those things could be like hugely conflicting.
yeah, well then you roll with it. Roll with it, fam. It's all about that good improv. We're group writing.
Okay, but if Quill picked suspicious and cautious, and I picked best friend in the world, that's not an improv prompt. That's a conflict.
well, see, Sammy got to choose first. So
yeah. Okay. So the answer to my question is whoever you call on first. Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, so Millie, yeah, what is your relationship with?
It's probably cat related. She's not a crazy cat person. That's not her only defining trait. But seeing how Rose seems to like cats, maybe they rescue. Like, I don't know. I'm one of my things is you fought together against the odds and prevailed. And I'm gonna tone that down to high school level or middle school level. And I think they saved a cat together once.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't there to look for cats. I think she just likes people watching with the binoculars. And to avoid stares, she went under the bleachers, which makes her look more fishy, but she doesn't know that.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're watching, and then Rose. So you watch Rose Stewart and Casper O'Donnell, as she starts talking, trying to get some snacks out of them. Are you gonna pay for these snacks? Are you just trying to beg them off them? What are you doing, Rose? Let's see this interaction.
So I guess I'll pay for him.
Okay, just do it.
An excellent choice.
Oh, hey Casper. Could I have a bottle of water and do you by chance have any cat food or anything?
Hello, Rose. It's nice to meet you. I have water. I don't have any cat food, I'm afraid. But I could get you that water. That'll be $1.50.
Okay, great. Here you go. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Please come again. And then he kind of realized that was a stupid thing to say. It's just stupid. So stupid. He starts sweating profusely.
That's great. Okay, so Millie has the water. Casper, you just sorted the water. You're kicking yourself. Zylo, you're with Garrison, and all of a sudden, you guys hear. Hold on, let's take a pause real fast because Sammy, we gotta get Sammy in on this. Wait, I'm a mute. You guys can go through the relationship questions with each other. So like Casper, do one. Millie, do one. Rose, do one. So on and so forth.
Yeah. Okay, so Jack.
Yes.
I actually kind of had an interesting one that I thought would be cool for you and I, which was I have on my list. They are destined to be your mentor. Which
okay.
Seems really cool because kind of your kit is sort of prophesying and revealing that which is kind of mysterious and all that. And that's exactly kind of what Casper's dealing with, right? Because he's got this destiny, this fate that he doesn't understand and doesn't know what to do anything about. Plus, Zylo's a few years older than him. He's probably had more experience. He's definitely had more experience fighting and things like that. So it just seems like a really good fit. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's sweet. I wish we would have gone through the relationships first because it's actually one of my skills to have mentor.
Oh, really?
That's actually the name of one of my skills is mentor.
Shoot. Well, I know you can get more moves as you level up, so maybe you take that after our first adventure together.
Okay, yeah.
After you level up, you can be this kid needs some training. I will be that trainer. But
that's good.
If that sounds cool to you, I think that fits really well, and I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it would be sweet. I gotta try and think of one.
Morgan, did you have any ideas for Millie and Casper? What were you thinking on that that
not
front?
yet.
I was thinking.
Oh, you go.
I was kind of thinking best friend could be cool. I've got best friend in the world who you trust totally.
Oh, I could use a best friend.
Yeah, and I think there's a delightful irony in the half monster and the chosen one really hitting it off.
Ooh, I dig that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay,
they're both
so-
kind of like, she's kind of like weird and he's kind of a loner and outcast.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Best friends.
Best friends.
BFFs forever.
Unfortunately, most of my listings are like, I lost control and almost killed someone. They tried to kill me. I'm romantically obsessed with them.
Oh.
They're tied to my curse. They killed me. They saved me from being killed. So they're all life or death situations.
Gotcha. Well,
I'm
as
trying to
the
figure
chosen
out how to-
one, I could roll with that.
Oh, right.
You know,
You
like
might have saved me from a hunter at some point. Would that work?
yeah, that could work. Or like,
Oh, plot twist! You saved her from me.
That would tie in with my. They tried to.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Oh,
And then that's how Casper realized that Zylo really knows how to fight, and has some of these like mysterious powers.
Fair enough. I like it. And
All right,
then,
I'm down.
and then,
Oh, Casper's my best friend who saved my life.
Yay, BFFs! I actually have on here you saved their life.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Well, you have to choose.
Now
one,
it says
so
you
that's
saved
the
their
game.
life back when they didn't know monsters were real, which I mean, not
I know.
quite what we're looking for. So let's go with BFFs.
All right, sounds good. All right. So I got Casper and Zylo all squared away. Sick.
Cool.
All right. Let's.
Are
okay,
we, Zylo? Are we like mortal enemies then, or do we just not talk? Or are
it's
you
gonna be
still trying to
interesting.
kill me?
I know I've got one called Arrival at
As we
first, but you
play?
came
Oh,
to a
gotcha.
working arrangement. But I don't know if you guys have that one.
Maybe it's just like maybe Zylo respects Casper, so as long as you're in the picture, he's not like, killing me again.
Like that. I actually like that. That's good. Yeah. Casper and I came to a conclusion that, like a deal that like as long as he's alive, I won't kill Millie.
That's-
I feel like
love
she
it.
goes. I think she goes by Gray. I haven't figured out which one I like better.
Okay.
Earl.
it'll just change the person. It'll just change the. Maybe the person will just
No, her
roll
name is
magic.
Gray. She is an Earl.
He just
Yes.
gives her different names to different people, so everyone's confused.
Yeah, it's just part of who Millie is. Like she's
Yeah.
find that spot, like that cool nickname. So she's just trying out different ones.
Yep. No, that's probably I feel like that's probably gonna tie in.
Let's quick frame the situation. Zylo, you are with Officer Garrison trying to calm down some ruckus in the crowd. With Ian.
This is my gun.
And you got yes. And Officer Garrison, quote unquote toy metal gun. You are rescuing this kitten. You have a bowl of water. Casper, you're working the stand. You're kicking yourself, saying something stupid.
For some reason.
Sammy. Oh, sorry, not Sammy. Oh my gosh, your name disappeared. So I don't.
Quill.
Quill is currently exploiting Luke Sanders for all the money she can.
Nice.
And she was doing a pretty good job. Like she's got a soft pretzel, she's got a large soda drink, she's got a nice thing of popcorn, and she was just working on hinting at getting some cotton candy or something. But then Chuck comes up, and to Luke Sanders.
Is that
Luke
Chuck
Sanders.
Morton?
Chuck Morton.
Not again.
Quote unquote cutter. The man that and he kind of like looks at Luke Sanders and like jerks with his head like away towards the field outside the baseball game. And Luke Sanders like kind of pales a little bit. And he like shakes his head no. He's like no, and Chuck like gives him the look, and Luke Sanders kind of turns to you, Quill, and he goes, so man, wow, I'm
Look
I'm
at
really
the
sorry.
time.
I'm really sorry. I gotta go do something real fast. I'm so sorry. This was really great. We should do this again sometime. Maybe when homecoming's coming up, we could figure something out.
Yeah, we'll it's kind of far away. We'll have to look at that when it comes up.
It's actually not. It's actually in 2 weeks. Like, people are trying to ask people, but I mean, yeah, that's 2 weeks is kind of far. You're right. I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I know I am.
Okay. I'll see you later then. I'll see you later. See you at school.
Sure. We can see
cool.
each other from across the hall, not talk to each other. Yeah.
So Luke Sanders disappears with Chuck Morton and Patrick Tanner and the rest of the Switchblades.
Dude's about to get beat up. You're kind of hard on Luke Sanders. This is rough.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch.
Okay, so Mo, so Millie, Ray, whatever you're gonna be called.
You call her Mo? That's adorable.
I'm trying to switch to game mode. I'm having trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So Millie,
I'm never forgetting Mo.
You have sticking out your backpack some homemade invitations to join your cat rescue club.
They're actually badges. I get those little pins that you put on backpacks.
Right.
So it's like a badge to be in the club. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you have these little badges. I'm assuming are you scoping people out to join your club?
I think it's kind of like a run into the person. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm a people watcher, and
Yeah,
if
you
I
got
see
the binoculars
someone with...
for it.
So it's kind of like a by circumstance kind of drafting, kind of like it's not a choice. You're a part of the club now. Spit in the hand, Maybe never talk about it again, but it's your family.
Yeah. There was a blood pact, maybe.
So Rose Stewart, you're passing by the bleachers with cat in hand, bowl of water in the other hand. Are you too preoccupied to notice Millie under the bleachers, staring at you through binoculars, or what?
Now you make me sound like I'm a creep or something.
No, I think you made you sound like a creep.
Casper.
Yes, hello.
Yes, I love that character voice. I love that. Thank you for having a character voice.
Yeah, I stole it.
Okay, so Rose walks away, and shortly after, like, as you're still kicking yourself, actually, hold on a second, pause. Zylo.
Yes.
You're with Garrison. You walk up. There's this fight. You have this guy. You know him, Ian Snow. He is this, like, you've seen around town all the time. He's big into like BMX biking. He's a young dad, young middle 20s, still trying to figure out how to be a dad. He had his daughter Lavender when he was still a teenager. His dad was the mayor, but he's kind of like a man child a little bit. And he is about to break it down with Brock Sanders, who you don't know as well, but he runs the local liquor store. Runs local liquor store and has connections through town. Yeah, like, yo, man, you just spilled beer on Lavender. You spilled beer on my little girl. And Brock's like, just God, chill out, man. Just chill down, all right? Everyone's here. We're at a baseball game, having a good time. You don't need to freak out. You're walking this. Lavender's starting to cry. Officer Garrison looks down. He's still holding your gun. So like he's walking this crowd. He just like shrugs, gives it back to you, and then says, "Gentlemen," both men turn to look at him and start yelling at the same time. What do? Do you try to get in there and intervene? Do you try to help him calm these people down? Do you try to book it now you have your gun?
Bail.
They're yelling at each other. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Lavender's
Just
crying.
Just like. Ethan?
You there?
Good?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So they're just like full on just like yelling at each other and like is it getting aggressive? Like are they like pushing each other or anything?
So Ian's pointing real hard, like you see veins popping out on his finger a little bit. He's pointing hard at Brock Sanders. He's pointing hard at Officer Garrison. He's gesturing wildly to Lavender, who is just now sobbing. You hear Brock. Brock's like looking defensive a little bit, but he's definitely, you see his cheeks a little rosy, and he's starting to get a little heated.
You said the officer is there.
The officer is there. Yeah, he's currently just waiting for them to sort of waiting for a word to get in edgewise.
Yeah, I'll step in.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna step in between the middle of them and tell them both to shut up and point my gun at them. I'm just kidding.
Did you learn nothing?
Roll to do that.
No, I'm not pointing my gun. No, I will step in and I will tell the guy that's, I can't remember his name, not Brock, the other guy.
Ian Snow.
Ian, just be like, yo, just we can settle this like normal human beings and we can talk this through.
Listen, my daughter, she's 7 years old, and here she's sitting here soaked in beer. Listen, we were supposed to have a wonderful time. We were supposed to have a great time back home. We got the competitive skiing on. The Olympics we're watching reruns of the Olympics. I could have been there, but no, Lavender loves baseball, so I'm here having this baseball evening with my daughter, trying to have a pleasant time, and here Mr. Fat-nosed Brock Sanders comes in, starts waving his beer. What do you let him go? What are you doing?
I'll let him finish his little rant. I'll let him finish his little rant, Nathan. Oh, okay. I'll step in then, and then I will. So I'll be like, look, mate. I know. I understand your frustration. I do, and I understand it's not fun to have your daughter covered in beer. But at the end of the day, no, it really never is. But at the end of the day, mate, this guy is not only going to get yourself in trouble and arrested, but what type of lessons are you teaching your daughter?
Ooh.
Are you teaching your daughter to get revenge? Are you teaching your daughter to retaliate when someone does you harm? No! This is not justice! My gun out and I shoot him in the face.
What?
GG, I win. Bye.
Oh, Nathan can't hear you. I got all that though. But Nathan's still having audio troubles. I heard it though, and it was glorious. It's safe forever. Don't worry.
I have to repeat it though when Nathan comes back on.
Nah, we got it.
Okay, all right, I'm back.
Okay. So I was gonna let him finish, but you cut out, so then you were unable to continue his dialogue. So I was like, I'll just step in.
Yeah, and then there was an awesome speech.
I get your frustration. You know, it's not fun having your daughter covering beer. It never is. But
I would know.
But you fighting Brock is not going to do anyone any good. You got an officer right here. You're just going to get yourself arrested and get yourself in trouble. And not only that, but what kind of morals are you teaching your daughter? Are you teaching your daughter how to get revenge? Huh? How to get back?
Okay.
Huh? No, you don't want to do that. No. No, you want to teach your daughter good morals. Revenge is never good. It will never bring you justice, and that's when I pull out my gun and shoot him in the face.
Okay. Are you gonna roll to kick some ass, or you gonna roll to manipulate someone?
Well, I don't know. Is that me just trying to calm him down and just talk him through it? Is that manipulation?
If you shoot him in the face, that's kick some ass. If you're gonna just try to calm him down, which you're doing really good at, that's manipulate someone.
Okay, if I roll and manipulate, do I get a stat bonus for good words?
You know what? That was a real solid bonus. So that was a real solid speech. So I'll give you a +1, which would negate your -1.
Okay, dope. I'll roll. An 8.
That's just for
Roll
this
an
roll,
8?
right?
Yeah, just for this roll. All right.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, so at this, Ian he just kind of like stops, and you can see like it wasn't really hitting him. He was starting to get starting to wind up with another breath. But then the moment you brought his daughter into this, and you told him like what kind of example, he looks down at her, and he just kind of melts a little bit. He just kind of stops. He's like, oh man, looks a little bit embarrassed, and he's like, okay. So he bends down to calm down Lavender. He's like, hey, okay, hey, yo, Lavender,
Yo, Lavender. He's talking to his daughter.
Dude, he's so into BMX. He's a man child, right? He goes, dude, yo, little dude, yeah,
little dudette.
Don't, little dudette. he's not that cool. He's like, yo, little dude, that's beard. That's man. Listen, man, I suck at this. He looks at Officer Garrison because Lavender's still crying, and he's like, he looks at Garrison. Garrison just kind of shrugs. He looks back at Lavender. He's like, ice cream? Do you want some ice cream? And Lavender kind of her tears kind of slow down a little bit, but she's still kind of wiping them. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go do some dope ice cream, yeah. So he kind of takes her by the hand, but Brock Sanders is still drunk and kind of angry, and it's because you got that mixed success, you still have to deal with Brock Sanders. So Brock Sanders is there, and he's, oh, you hear that slander he threw at me? You hear the slander he threw at me? Listen, fat nose. Listen. If you come back, Ian, I'll show you a fat nose. Listen, oh my gosh. Listen, we're just coming to watch baseball, have some friends. Listen, I run the liquor store in this town. I have the power to cut him off. I can cut him off any time. Go off at any time. At this point, Officer Garrison kind of steps in, and he's kind of had enough, and he grabs Brock Sanders by the arm. And although Officer Garrison, he's trim and he's pretty well kept, he is definitely, you can tell by his razor sharp jawline, he's not big, but he carries himself with a confidence that comes from surviving a lot of ugliness. And so no one wants to mess around with Chief Garrison. So he kind of grabs Brock and starts to escort him. And as Brock is leaving, he sort of throws some parting words into the crowd. And at that moment, you hear a police siren, which is an incredibly rare occurrence in this town.
Let's run! F the police, run!
Everyone panic!
The police siren is wailing through the town. Everybody's heads turn. They haven't heard a police siren since New Year's
the war.
Since New Year's Eve at the country fair incident. This has been a long time.
We don't talk about it.
At least 2 years. So the squad car pulls in, skids to a stop, and out steps my man. Oh, let me get my character sheet out. Frick, where? Oh my gosh, I wrote this up. I'm so sorry. Pause. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Deputy Frank Fisher. This man is built like a tank and has the brain of a tank. Hunting for action. He is macho as they come, and also super excitable. And last but not least, for some reason, before anyone can remember, he moved up here from Texas years and years and years ago, and he always wears those hideous cowboy boots. He jumps out of the squad car. The thing's like the car isn't even stopped yet, but like the door flings open and he like steps out, action movie style. Like the car kind of finishes sliding, but he just clears it. And he's like, "Yo, no, sorry, not yo, Chief Garrison." Garrison, kind of like let's go with Brock, but Brock is like just staring slack-jawed at the cop car. Everyone's staring slack-jawed at the cop car. Chief Garrison, you get the vibe that he's not a fan of this.
The deputy gets out and he goes, "Chief Garrison, there's trouble at Finley's farm." Garrison sort of walks over, a little, just kind of frustrated, and as he walks over, he just smacks the lat on top of the squad car, and the siren goes off, and he just kind of pulls him aside and just like points at the crowd and then shakes his head, and you're getting the vibe that he's disappointed. He's disappointed in his deputy. But then the deputy leans in close, and the hulking man, you see him trying to whisper, but his voice is so loud. You know, people closest, on the fringes of the bleachers, perhaps even under the bleachers in some people's cases, hear him say, "There's been a murder."
Whoa.
And at that, Garrison jumps in the car. Deputy jumps in the car, and the car peels off. Well, now there's not a whole lot of interest in the game. Like, the players are kind of playing, maybe, but they're kind of still staring at the squad car, so the picture's kind of pitching way off. The ref doesn't care, and everyone's just talking. What do you guys... So Christy is at the game, and before you know it, she has rounded all of you up.
That's convenient.
Yeah. She's rounded all of you up, quick as a flash, and she's like, "We gotta do something." What do you guys do? Do you all of you gotta decide right now? You gotta decide, do you want to try to follow the cop car on your bikes, or are you gonna try to stick around and talk to people?
I have a quick question.
Go for it.
So, I'm a Grim Reaper. Was I there?
Say it one more time.
I'm a Grim Reaper. Was I there?
You were under the bleachers.
So while it happened, okay. So I'm just trying to think, like, Grim Reaper-y wise. Is this gonna take me by surprise that someone died in my territory and I wasn't told about it?
No. The big man downstairs has many agents.
Okay,
you are one.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
I need to say, I'll be honest, I kind of forgot we were in a monster murder game. I was just enjoying this baseball scene. Like, I was not expecting a murder.
Is that still sound coming from my mic? Okay. I don't know.
So
It was
what-
when you talked.
Say it again.
We can like follow the cop car on our bicycle, or have like a team meeting under the
I
bleachers.
shoot our leader in the face.
All right, is there still static in my mic?
No, you sound better.
Okay, cool.
Who gave Zylo a gun?
Zylo did.
Zylo gave himself a gun.
All right, what are you guys gonna do?
Believe it or not, that is not the most deadly weapon in our team.
Are you guys
Wait,
gonna
it's not.
follow the cop car? Are you guys gonna...
Yeah,
I'll follow the cop car.
yeah,
I'll
sure.
gain his balls.
Yeah,
I've got
so-
my motor scooter. I could probably at least, not fall too far behind. I doubt I can keep up, but I don't think any of
Okay.
us necessarily can keep up.
Aren't you
Okay.
Casper?
Well, no one's really hankering for some pretzels anymore. The murder in the air is kind of soured everything.
It's true. It's true. You had just sold some ice cream to Lavender and Ian, and Ian had gotten a call on his phone, and he
Oh,
sort of
no.
stepped aside to take it. Do you sort of linger to hear what's going on, or do you book it with the crew?
Well, wait. I was rounded up, but also I'm still at my shop.
It was you rounded up, and you just sold ice cream. Ian is not in the middle of the bleachers right now. Ian is between the shop and the bleachers, and you guys are next to the. You guys are there as well. You're between the shop, the bleachers, and the parking lot area.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask you to say that one more time.
Sorry, you guys are in the central area between the parking lot, the bleachers, and the shop. The concession stand. and Ian is walking away from the concession stand. He's trying to walk away from the game, so he's walking towards the parking lot.
And he just got a call?
He just got a call.
Sure. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
So the team, they all roll off on their foldable bicycles, their cyclocycles, their tandem bikes. It's kind of...
It's a motley crew.
It's a motley crew. Sammy,
Stranger Things style.
Stranger Things style, for sure. Quill walked there, so I guess, Quill, do you jump on the empty seat behind Zylo?
Wait, but then where's our club leader gonna sit?
Oh, wait, Christy?
Yeah, is she coming?
Oh, yeah, but dude, she like lives on a cycle. It's like a racing bicycle.
Oh, right. I forgot she had her own bike okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
I forgot she had her own mode of
already
transportation.
on her bike.
Cool.
So, you guys take off. Casper, you're left behind. We're gonna resolve Casper first, and then we're gonna do the finishing scene with you guys. So hang in there for a second. Casper, you kind of roll really fast. You kind of get closer, kind of edge closer a little bit. Do roll for a I guess like a, what is it? Investigate a mystery.
Sure. You're the keeper.
Yeah. I just don't have the moves in front of me because I moved. I was docked in my room. I had like notes
investigate a
everywhere.
mystery is a sharp roll. Is a plus sharp. You want me to do
so
that?
What's your sharp rating?
It's a +1.
All right, nice. Yeah, give it a roll.
Yeah, cool. As long as I don't have to manipulate someone to try to use magic, I should be cool. That's a 7.
Ooh, 7, mixed success.
Just
okay.
got it.
All right, so you edge closer as you hear Ian Snow. Lavender's happily licking her ice cream, and you hear Ian Snow talking to someone else on the phone. And you presume he picks up. He kind of come in the middle of the conversation. He says, "Yo, what? That's crazy. No way. No. What? Murder near our farm? Listen, okay, honey, calm down. What? Yeah, okay. I know you're fine. I know you can handle this. But listen, like, listen. Was it those? Oh, was it those boys again? What do they call themselves? It doesn't matter.
The switchblades?
Oh man, crap. You saw them? You saw them out by Finley's farm, and they were you heard scream. You didn't go check on them, did they? Dude, that's right next to where we just moved. We're gonna have to deal with this. There's gonna be police everywhere. We're gonna have to protect Lavender. We have to make sure she doesn't find out. He looks down at Lavender, and you just see love and fear in his eyes. And he says, okay, yeah, we'll just need to steer clear of Finley's farm, and and the police will be there soon. They just left. Try to help him out any way you can. And he kind of hangs up, and he and Lavender walk away, and they get on his motorcycle, and he kind of like grabs her and take off. Okay, the rest of you guys.
Okay, well that was very informative.
The rest of you guys, you're walking, and the police car just takes off, and you lose it. Yeah, it's car. You guys are on bikes, but you managed to make it to the road heading off. It's a dirt road. It's kind of dusty. It's getting real dark now. It's been dark for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then you guys, like, the cop car's long gone, but then you see, I guess. Well, actually, one of you roll to investigate a mystery.
One of us does?
Actually, roll. Roll. You guys can decide among yourselves maybe who is best at it, to roll to investigate a mystery and roll to read a bad situation.
I mean, it's all sharp, so.
It's all sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
gotta
have
make 2 rolls.
+1.
I have +1 too.
I have +1.
I have 0. But I have a skill that if you're in good standing with your sect at the beginning of each mystery, you can roll plus charm on a 10+
Okay,
die.
Are you
You may
in good place with your sect? You went to see his
Yeah.
baseball game.
I don't know
Ooh,
if I'm in good place with my sect. That's up to the keeper.
Yeah. You did see you at the baseball game. So I'd say I mean you started off. I guess we missed some lore. You start off in a really bad place, but I'd say if you wanted a little something, they'd throw you a little something.
Okay.
At least the pitcher would. The pitcher would.
Okay, so like, am I in good standing with my sect then?
Good but not great. Yeah, good. Yeah, enough for you to use the skill if you want.
Okay, I'll use it. If you want, I can roll.
All right, sounds good.
Go for it.
All of us just have.
So Nathan, it says I roll charm on, and if I get a 10+, they provide some useful info or help in the field. And if I get a 7 and 9, you get a mission associated with the mystery. And if you do it, you'll get some info or help too. On a miss, they ask you to do something bad. If you fail a mission or refuse an order, you'll be in trouble with sect until you return.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, roll. This will be interesting.
Got a 10.
You got a 10. All these killer rolls. Okay, so here's what happens. You guys are biking. The cops are long gone. It's dark. You're on this dirt road. There's no lights. It's really hard to see. But there is rustling in these long corn stalks that extend above your guys' heads. And maybe it's just the wind. You guys are on bikes. You may not hear it. But then out of the bushes busts the switchblades. You got Chuck and you got Patrick and the rest of the boys, and they all jump you. They're coming at you. And before you guys can react, they try to jump you to take your bikes, and the local Boy Scout troop appears out of nowhere in a golf cart. Like you hear it rolling up behind you, and they bust out of the cornfield, and they just intercept the switchblades. They plaster one of the kids with the golf cart, and they get out. And switchblades are not easily deterred. They're bigger guys. They play. Like, I hate to be stereotypical, but they do play a lot of sports. They do a lot of things outdoor. They feel bigger, and they try to make other people feel smaller. So they just start fighting with these Boy Scouts. These Boy Scouts are no regular Boy Scouts.
What is going on?
Were the rest of Jack's troop.
Yeah.
That was also cursed and brought to this town.
Oh my gosh, they're the most powerful Boy Scouts ever.
they start railing on these guys.
But I will say, it's a good thing we're in Wisconsin. I mean, like, we're in California, can't call them Boy Scouts anymore. It's a real problem.
Wisconsin keeps it chill.
There we go. Good old
So
conservative Wisconsin.
do you guys keep going, or do you skid to a stop, or what do you do?
We go. I want to go in and start
going.
using my gun.
All right, Jack. You skid to a stop on your tandem bike, which means Sammy also skids to a stop.
but I do a skid. But I do like a skid stop, and I like launch off my bike and do a flip.
Okay,
She's
okay.
mundane.
Okay, here's the thing.
Or does Sammy get launched?
So,
off? I feel
not-
like
How about this? Okay, how about this? You're biking, and Chuck manages to avoid the golf cart, get knock down one of the Boy Scouts.
Chuck
is coming
Morton.
at you, Zylo, and right in front of your bike, roll to kick some ass.
Okay, what's that one again? Is that
That's plus
that's
tough.
Plus
It's
tough.
tough, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 10 with my +1 and tough.
Oh my gosh. So, Zylo, Quill, you're sitting on the back of this bike, and all of a sudden you don't know what's happening. Chaos. There's golf cart, Boy Scout. Bad vests are everywhere. There are guys screaming, yelling at each other, and then you see Chuck in front of you, and then next thing you see Zylo launch himself off the front of the bike into this very impressive front flip that you did not know this loner could do, and he lands like both feet right on Chuck's chest and pulls out his gun and one smooth motion just pistol whips with his handle right across Chuck's jaw.
Oh, he's done. Chuck Morton's out.
Chuck is out for the count, but Patrick Turner, his co-leader, was right behind him, and he just runs right in. He just rams right into you, Zylo, and just like conks underneath your chin with his head, just rams you. Your jaw slams shut. You bite your tongue. Your head flicks back, and you take. Go ahead and take 2 harm.
2 harm?
Oh, dang it.
2 harm.
Okay.
Who
2
took 2
harm.
Yeah, you feel blood in your mouth. But before Patrick can capitalize on this opportunity,
The goons do 2 harm. What the heck's the monster do?
Oh, just wait. Look, guys,
We're screwed, boy.
there's 5 of you.
Yeah,
do
we
any
all
of you-
have
do any
low
of you stop
health.
to help. Sammy, are you doing anything? Is anybody else doing it? Or you?
Yeah, I'll roll. I'll roll to kick some ass.
Sammy's gonna roll the kid. I love it. Okay, roll to kick your ass. On Patrick.
Yeah, it's a weekend. I carry my fire axe with me.
You do. You made that clear. Just quick retcon. I love just the image of you showing up to your baseball date with a fire axe. Okay, continue.
I got a 7, but
Got
I
a
get a
7.
+1 for tough.
+1 for tough. Okay, 8. So mixed success. So you take some harm, and they take some harm. So explain.
Wait,
so
then what does a 10 up do?
10 up. You do harm. They do harm, and then you get an option like a list. You put them where you want them. You can do extra harm.
You
can-
didn't give that to Jack.
No, I didn't. I just kind of took that as extra harm to roll up the narrative.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you guys will get choice in the future. Sammy, so explain to me what are you gonna do to Patrick Turner, who's standing over the body of Zylo with your fire axe?
I'm gonna pull. I think it was a Harry Potter in the first book. I'm gonna jump on his back and hit him over the head with my fire axe. Not
Like-
with the blade, with the back of the fire axe.
Oh, the back of the. Okay, I love it. Okay, so how much use your fire axe weapon?
I think it is. Let me check. 3 harm.
3 harm. Oh man, this poor high school kid. All right,
But
so
you did use the back of the axe.
it's true. It's true. This could have been the end for poor Patrick. So Quill, you see Patrick stand like headbutt, and he's in front of he's in front. Zylo's on the ground, without thinking. You just with thinking, you're like, oh man, guess we gotta do this. So you get off the bike, grab your fire axe. Patrick doesn't see you, or if he does, he just kind of ignores you. You're a girl, and you just take a run, a leap, and as you jump in the air and try to get us back to smack this axe on, he spins around last second and socks you in the stomach like midair, just boom, fist in the gut. But your axe maybe kind of falls out of your hands a little bit because you're so surprised, but it definitely conks him in the head. And he also slumps to the ground. But you take 1 harm.
Okay. Do I get a what could go wrong thing?
What could go wrong? What is that?
I think
one
this
of my
counts. Yeah.
moves.
Oh yeah. What's the move? I don't know myself.
Whenever I charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You
This
may
is
spend your hold 2.
absolutely that.
Yes.
Either.
Oh, Sam, you could have spent that. You could have spent that on your Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So next time, if you do it before, you would have gotten +2 in your roll, which would bump you up to a 10. So then you could have done extra damage to him, or you could have moved him where you wanted him, or you could help somebody else out.
Okay.
Okay. So this is Chaos, the troop leader. Who I gotta run to that room really fast to get his name. the troop leader comes up to you, Zylo. Like the chaos is the switchblades have been thoroughly, soundly beaten. And they're either and you have the two unconscious bodies of Patrick and Chuck, the leader and co-leader, in the middle of this dirt road, away from town. And the Boy Scout guy comes up to you and kind of like nods solemnly. It's not a warm welcome, because he remembers the troop kind of blames you for what happened to them, because
That's
you were a
tough.
leader of this party. You led them into this hunt, and then you got them all cursed. So they're not really a fan of you, but the fact that you came out to support one of them, that you were one of their own, like they still have your back, and so he nods and he says, "Hey, Zylo, it's been a while."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say I was looking forward to this meeting, but it looks, my sounds like from the police stuff and switchblades, things can't be all good. Up this road, I'm sure you know, it's just the Finley's farm, and man, let me tell you, old Farmer Finley. Listen, my troop normally does. We do badges and stuff. He sometimes lets us pass by, but old Farmer Finley, like he's got that shotgun. He keeps people off his property for good. But listen, you listening?
Listening, I'm listening.
He kind of leans a little uncomfortably close, and he says, "Listen,
Listening.
old Farmer Finley is gone. His farm on the outskirts of town, it's empty and vulnerable. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, I guess these Switchblade kids were up there and they were just messing with something. And you listen, Zylo. None of these other townspeople know. Nobody here knows. And he hasn't really noticed Quill in the background, kind of like shove her scythe back in her pocket once all the trouble is past. It's like nobody else knows there are monsters. The monsters, they're coming. They're coming for these people. There's something out there, something in Finley Farm, and man, I would try to get other people away, and you gotta take it down. You gotta take it down. If you take it down, we'll let you back in the troop. We'll read you in as a scout, but you gotta bring back some part of it as a trophy.
Bag a piece of the creature.
As a trophy, you know how our sect works. We keep we keep parts of the monsters as trophies, to form either weapons or form ancient armor or magical. But we need, listen, you have to pay to get back in for the curse that we put on it. And while it wouldn't undo the curse, we see you make an effort. We see you trying to join, and we respect that. So bring back a piece of this creature, and we'll call it good.
Okay, I think I can do that.
All right. So I'm guessing all you guys have stopped, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do? The Boy Scout troop takes off. It's you guys and the two unconscious bodies of Chuck and Patrick.
Is there any chance I've caught up to them at this point? Because they've been like standing here throughout the whole fight, and I took off toward the farm as soon as I finished eavesdropping.
Oh, yeah. I think right now would be a good time. Casper rolls up on his bike. And he's like,
"Oh, hello! You've all stopped. What happened here? Looks like you were
Didn't have the chosen one.
Looks like well, you don't know that.
No, I do know that. I used my prophecy talent.
Oh yeah, right. That I forgot. Well,
no.
I'm glad I caught up to you guys. There's something really not good going on at Friendly Farm.
Are you just gonna ignore the two unconscious bodies of?
Oh, well, I mean, Casper can put 2 and 2 together. He knows
Okay,
what he
cool.
knows what Zylo's capable of.
All right. What are you guys gonna do with the bodies? Are you gonna do anything?
Dump them in the cornfield.
Yeah.
I say hide 'em.
Seconded.
Hide them. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just. This isn't. Okay. Yeah.
Can we cut them up?
No.
Can we cut them up and bury them?
I'm confused as to why.
They're
Well,
only
never mind.
unconscious.
They're unconscious. They're not dead.
Let's
Wait,
just
Wait, no.
let's just drag them off to the side of the road
Sammy?
and leave. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, they're the.
Sammy can burn them.
They're gonna get eaten by the monster.
Sammy has a flaming axe. She can burn them.
No, it's not a flaming axe. We've been over
It
this.
is a flaming axe. She can burn it.
Fire axe, fireman's
I'm
axe.
not gonna burn some random kids.
They're dead.
They're
They're dead.
unconscious.
They're super dead. I promise. They're dead.
No, they're dead. They're dead. And then I shoot one of them in the head.
They're dead
Use
now.
my kick some ass talent to take the gun away from Zylo. I'm kidding.
Wait. Okay. Wait, can I have the Boy Scouts take them away?
That's an idea.
Oh wait, they're not. They're kind of mad at
yeah.
me right now, aren't they?
Well,
I
they
mean, you
kind
can
of
try, you can
were
try.
part of this fight, so that would make sense.
Okay. So I request the Boy Scouts clean up the mess.
Well, hold on a second. You can't just say I'm gonna do this. You gotta like they're driving away in their golf cart. You gotta call out to them and try to convince them.
Okay. Well, what do I have to do to that?
You do it.
Like what? Well, I mean, yeah. Yo, what up? Come back here, boys. Your leader needs you.
You at that the moment you say your leader, the golf cart just stops. It just stops, and then you see Donald, who was the leader. Donald, that guy that you talked to earlier, just looks back and just flips you off. And then,
can I try and convince them with a charm?
You can if
Boys.
How about Rose use telepathy?
Oh, that's
Rose,
good.
you want to use
That's
telepathy?
good. That's good.
Okay. What does that do?
So I can read people's thoughts and put words in their mouth.
Okay. Let me get that real fast. You there?
Yeah.
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 All right. So you're gonna use telepathy, thoughts and words. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So this is, I guess, read a bad situation. You know. Are you gonna read a bad situation? Or you're gonna manipulate someone.
Manipulate.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you're gonna put. All right. Tell me what words you're putting in their minds.
Okay, so I think I had connection issues. What's the relationship with the Boy Scouts? Like, why are they there?
Oh, so the Boy Scouts are, so when Jack killed the dragon, the pure heart, he was leading his party, and the curse hit not just him. So the curse rebounded on his entire party. So his entire party are now high school boys, and they're all Boy Scouts, and they blame Jack for the curse. So they're not really a fan of him, but they help him out this once because they see that he's trying to support them. He came out to the game to support the pitcher. So
They are my group. Like they are my boys.
yeah,
Like
they are the party. They
Okay,
definitely were.
were my boys.
And
So-
what's the curse?
So the curse is when you
Basically,
kill-
we're young forever, love. Basically.
Oh, gotcha.
What a curse. What a terrible affliction.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Well, you're only young until your loved ones die, right?
Oh, you're right.
Because Zylo did have a wife, back when he was a monster hunter. so he was
Oh,
turned
shit.
young. But yeah, so okay, telepathy. So what words are you putting in Donald's head to convince him to come back and stop flipping off Zylo? Help him out.
Okay, so group, we want them to take care of the two unconscious boys, right?
Right. Oh, I mean, I'm the group.
Yes, yes, that is the plan. Yes, please. Tell my boys to do as I say.
Oh gosh. Hmm.
Does she have to roll anything, Nathan?
She will, but she has to like actually try to do it first.
I'm kind of drawing a blank right now.
You just go say like, I want you to, take care of these kids. I want you to dispose of them, and well, not dispose of them, but make sure that they're hidden. Make sure that they're hidden, and that when they wake up, that they are safe, or like I don't know, bring them back to their house or something. I don't know, something like that.
Or yeah, you can just like take the approach of trying to place an idea in their head. Like it makes sense that they get rid of it so that people aren't aware of this group of crime-fighting Boy Scouts. So you're just like, you don't have to tell them like you have to do this. You could just plant an idea like, oh, if we don't take care of these kids, they're gonna find out about it, and that's not good for the sect. So something small like that to make it sound like it's.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Do I...
So, all right. So you put your hand. You put your hand to your head maybe to do telepathy? I don't know. You can. How did you show any sign when you use telepathy? Do you just stare really hard? Your nose starts bleeding, or how does this work?
Not that.
How does Jane Grey do it in X-Men?
She just stares, does she?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just does it. She just looks cool and does it.
All right.
Basically.
So Rose, you just stare really hard. You look awesome, and you
actually
feel
turn
your
into
powers
Jane Grey,
activating.
which is weird.
Which is odd. It's an odd move, but especially because everyone's not really seen the movie yet. And you enter into Donald's mind, and you just hit with just a wave of anger and just so much anger and bitterness and a lot of very choice words that you wouldn't normally repeat. And then you insert into their head.
Oh, I think I was waiting for you to keep going. I was just enjoying the narrative. I insert basically kind of like well, if these bodies are found just laying on the ground, it's going to cause more commotion in the town, as there's already rumors of a murder. So probably should just hide these bodies and worry less about something.
Okay, roll to manipulate someone. That's
4.
4. Ooh.
Yeah, but
experience.
love, what is your charm?
1.
Or is it weird? No, it's your weird because you're.
My weird's 2.
Okay, so you have
6.
I'll bring 6. Okay, so you're on the edge case. So someone can roll to help somebody out. This is a thing where anybody can do it as long as we need to describe how your character can help this.
I could probably do that.
I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
You obey me.
Well, I haven't gotten to roll anything very much, and I'm feeling left out. I missed that whole cool fight, and Casper's feeling a little down about it. Casper calls out as they're leaving because he heard what Zylo said. Hey guys, isn't it gonna cause a lot of problems if for you guys if people start finding out about a crime-fighting group of Boy Scouts that beats up thugs?
At that,
I'll go ahead and roll cool.
Yeah, go ahead and roll help someone out.
7.
7. Okay.
So what do I get?
Okay,
for that?
so Yeah. So that brings you manipulate to someone. Brings manipulate someone up to a 7, which is a mixed result, which means they'll do it, but only if you do something now to show them that you really mean it. So, Madison, you feel the anger start to not disappear, but definitely kind of slows down, and then weirdly enough, it starts to like lock up, and in its place, you just cold, cool calculations. You see him thinking of this woman that you haven't seen before. She has a kind face, a young face, 30, and you just see like the townspeople sort of come in come in and sort of maybe angrily asking questions, invading into her privacy in her home, and so the anger kind of dies down a little bit more, and then you see the Boy Scout troop, and they're trying to pack up to try to figure out how to leave the town, and so you see him start to waver a little bit. You sense, and at Casper's words, the golf cart backs up, does a 3-point turn, comes back, not quickly, kind of takes its time to get there, pulls up, and says to Zylo, "Okay, we'll help you out, but we'll only get rid of the body. And listen, if you ask us to do anything else before this monster's killed, you can kiss my cuss goodbye."
What? Oh,
Sorry. In this town, all the kids, instead of swearing,
they what?
They say cuss.
they say cuss instead of swearing.
That's lame.
For every cuss word, you say cuss.
Lid.
So what do you say, Zylo? You gonna do it?
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
I agree. Make that my sacred oath.
No, you're sacred. Sorry, I gotta jiggle this sheets.
I bind myself. It's like you may bind yourself to a single goal.
Okay, yeah. So your goal is to not ask for any outside help at all. Not just Boy Scouts, but police, people, other kids. That's your sacred oath.
Wait, but I can still ask help from my other party members, right?
Yeah. From your team, yeah.
So outside members, no.
Right. That's your sacred oath.
I'll make that my sacred oath.
Okay. So whenever you do something, that you would need help from someone else, you get a +1 if you figure out a different way to do it.
OP. Okay. Dope. Cool.
All right. Okay. So, the bodies are taken care of. The road goes on. You hear the cops back, and we're just gonna fast forward. There's an awkward explanation with Officer Garrison, and he kind of warns you off to stop chasing this. It's nothing to be concerned about, but to go back and go to sleep. So you all go to bed, and whether you actually sleep while you're in bed, that's a totally different question. But Casper,
Uh-oh.
as you're laying in bed,
Yeah.
not sleeping, thinking about the ice cream and the fight that you missed and how bummed you are that you missed all that action. Well, are you bummed that you missed the action because you don't want to be the chosen one?
No, he wasn't really. I was just making a goof.
Okay.
No, he
Okay.
he was perfectly happy not to have to fight.
Gotcha. So he's kind of laying, still kind of disturbed at the thought of Lavender and Ian Snow being in danger and whatever's going on over there at Finley Farm. And suddenly, it's not a dream. You recognize this very well.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of your nightmares.
Oh, cuss.
Old Farmer Finley is gone. His farm on the outskirts of town is empty. And you see some troublesome biking along with bellies full of hot dogs and homemade ice cream.
You're cutting in and out.
Oh,
I'm losing
sorry.
big chunks of what you're saying.
Is this better?
Hey, you're good now. You're good now.
Seems like it.
Okay. His farm is on the outskirts of town. It's empty and vulnerable. We see some boys in their teens biking with bellies full of hot dogs and homemade ice cream from the high school baseball game. They're on the dirt road, and suddenly the biggest one signals to the others, and they veer off the road. Oh wait, roll plus weird to figure out how much you get.
Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to come in. This doesn't bode well. Come on. Clown shoes. That's gonna be a 6.
Oof. All right.
Oh no.
Okay, so on a 6, you get not only this will work good. You get not only a vision of the future that's very vague, but also
something bad that's gonna happen.
A vision of something terrible is gonna happen. So that's the biggest one signals others, and they veer off. They ditch their bikes in tall grass and stumble across a shallow creek. Moonlight through droplets soaking their jeans. They nervously skirt around a hand-painted sign that reads, "Trespassers will be shot on sight."
Nice.
The bright moonlight kept them from twisting an ankle as they stomped up a winding dirt road, more potholes than path. After a few minutes, Finley's infamous farmhouse sat before them. The rocking chair on the porch creaked slowly as a chilly autumn breeze brushed through the fields around it. The boys froze and stared into the darkness, but there was no sign of its usual shotgun-wielding defender. The group of 6 adolescents shoved one of their own forward and jeered nervously for him to get inside. As the young man's foot touches the porch step, a wind kicks up, and an unnatural whispering draws the boys' attention to an old, dilapidated barn behind them. The doors were barred shut when they passed, weren't they? The boys all stare, as now the doors creak and swing in the breeze. The wood is rotting, and the ceiling full of holes like penetrate the darkness. The tallest boy suddenly straightens and hurls a bottle at the dark mouth of the barn, forcing a loud laugh. The rest jump at the sound of crashing glass, but then all follow suit, chucking their bottles at the barn, the house, farm equipment that lays scattered across the yard. Suddenly, the whispering swells from within the barn, but the corn in the fields stands still from the wind. A long, spindly leg emerges from the barn, and the boys scatter. The one on the porch tries to run, but his feet get caught, hits the dust hard. He screams for help, but the completely splashing in the distance tells him his help is sprinting away. He scrambles to his feet, and suddenly, Casper, you are the boy. Your eyes look up, and the terror you see chokes you, and you can't quite get out another scream. Suddenly, glass is shattering all around you. Glass is shattering against your head. Glass is shattering at your feet. Glass is shattering, and you can't move. You don't get a chance to scream again.
Oof.
That is the end
Spook.
of the first session.